vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cut in the air. Decided our stories are gonna be told. This is what legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah.
Whoa! New intro for tonight. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. What up? Bruins and Blues from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. I do not have the lineups yet. Hold on. I do not have the lines yet. Hold on, give me 1 minute. All right, now I have it. Here's your starting lineups. For the Bruins, it's Bergeron, Marchand, DeBrusque, Holla, Hall, Curtis Lazar, Trent Frederick, Charlie Coyle, and Craig Smith, Tomas Nosek, Nick Foligno, and Mark McLaughlin. On defense is Matt Grzelcyk and Charlie McAvoy, Mike Riley and Brandon Carlo, Derek Forward and Connor Clifton with Jeremy Swayman in net. For the Blues, their lines are O'Reilly, Saad, Perron, Thomas, Vucinovic, and Tarasenko, Shen, Barbashev, and Kyrou, Brown, Joshua, and Walker, Scandella and Pareko, Letty and Falk, Krug, Bortuzzo with Ville Husso in net. What's up, Floyd, Andrew, and Karen, and everybody else here? Hello. And Kermit's here tonight as well. He checked in chat earlier. What is going on, everybody? Those are the lineups for tonight for these two teams. I believe they're wearing opposite jerseys tonight, so the Bruins are actually wearing these jerseys, and the Blues are wearing their road whites, if I'm not mistaken. I'll let it play out. So, those are the starting lineups for tonight for both squads. Slow start to the stream tonight. We don't have a lot of folks in chat tonight. Make sure to join the conversation. Let me know your thoughts of the game tonight in the poll, in the live chat, also in the chat. Type your thoughts tonight. Let me know what your thoughts are on tonight's game. Would love to hear your input. On the game tonight. Oh, lordy. It's going to be a little while before the game actually starts because it's on ESPN Plus and on Hulu. So the game's going to be a little while before it actually starts. But I haven't seen you guys since Saturday, right? It's now Tuesday. That is way too long. It's been a couple days since I've seen y'all. So hope you guys had if you guys celebrate, hopefully you guys had a good Easter. Hopefully you spent it with family and friends and all that, and everybody. And it looks like we're about to get started here in St. Louis. Starting goaltenders for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman, he is 21-12-3 with a 2.34 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. For the Blues, it's Ville Husso, 24-6-5 at 2.44 goals against average and a .923 save percentage and 2 shutouts this season. What's up, Edited? Welcome to chat. Pretty much the same lineup as the other day. Just no Froden. Lazar's back on the second line with Hall and Holla. Bruins in the home black jerseys as the road team, shooting right to left. Blues in their Winter Classic away jerseys, shooting left to right. It'll be Coyle against Braden Shen at center ice. Coyle wins the draw. We're underway from St. Louis. Matt Grzelcyk plays it in around the boards. Husso will try to play for Torrey Krug. Smith works it from him, but Shen takes it away. Kyrou knocks it down, but it comes to Forbort. He'll try to get it in deep. Got knocked down. And so we are underway. Shen will find Kyrou across the line. Kyrou trying to throw it in front of the net. Deflection and wide. Barbashev takes it away. Trying to play it back to the line. Instead of to reverse it in deep. Knocked down by Coyle. He'll chip it out to center. Forbort moves up for Frederick. Nice feed there. Frederick across the line. He'll walk in. Shen on his tail. Frederick spins him off. Shen goes down. Frederick gets around Bortuzzo. Back to the line. Riley shot. Deflection. And a glove save by Husso. Oh, some big news for the playoffs. I have finished my first playoff game cinematic intro. It has nothing to do with either team that would be playing. It's a general cinematic intro that I just finished today, and I'm proud of it. So you guys are gonna see it on the first playoff stream that I have this year, and it's gonna be fun, man. Bruins have the puck around the net. DeBrusk in front for Marchand, couldn't find him. David Perron will try to move it out to center, and he will get it in deep. Make sure to join the conversation in the live chat. Would love to hear your opinions on tonight's game, as I can't show the game, unfortunately, but I will provide you the best commentary I can. Tell the story of tonight's game. Parayko for Perron. Back to Parayko. Parayko walks in the right corner. Puck goes past Riley. McAvoy on it, trying to move it along for DeBrusk. He'll get it out, and Saad knocks it down. Justin Falk back in his own end for St. Louis, sorry. I was watching Sabres highlights a little bit ago of their game, other most recent game. Puck deflects off of a stick into the offensive zone for St. Louis. Here's Grzelcyk now behind his own net, swerves off Swayman. Puck goes off Hall. Holla trying to take it away. Tarasenko keeps it alive for Buchnevich. Puck goes in between his skates. Puck bounces to the corner. What's up, Joshua Frazier? What's going on, man? Holla for Hall. Gets the puck in deep. Kind of lost it in his skates there. Husso plays it around past Letty. Joshua trying to throw it to Falk. Yeah, there's literally a blue named Joshua. Dakota Joshua. He's a center. He's playing left wing tonight. Riley moves up for Hall. Big hit there by Bortuzzo, but that advances the Bruins here. Lazar trying to get it out. Knocked off the puck by Logan Brown. Here's Torrey Krug back in his own end for Robert Bortuzzo. Puck goes through Walker. Here's a chance for Joshua on the net. Missed the net. Carlo takes it away for Riley. Chips it along the boards. Back to the line. Kept alive by Bortuzzo. Just play it in deep. Puck goes past Logan Brown. Carlo moves it up for Mark McLaughlin. He gets knocked down, but Nosek will get it out to center. He's back on the fourth line after getting sat on Saturday against Pittsburgh. Bruins have the puck. They'll move it up the ice. Nosek for Foligno. Back to Nosek. Drops it for Mac. Here's a chance for Clifton. A shot blocked. And McLaughlin will try to keep it alive for the Bruins. It keeps possession as he'll go for a change. Forbort just chips it in the zone. Here is Nick Leddy back in his zone end. He moves it up for Justin Falk. Up ice is a chance for Braden Shen to the goal. Shen fan on the backhand. He split the Bruins defense there and almost had a backhand there on the net. Just he fanned on it. Forbort steps up on Barbashev to knock the puck down. Back to the line, Leddy for Falk. Right point, Falk shot, saves Swayman, rebound. Went wide of the net, Shen couldn't put it home. Kyrou trying to play it back to the line. Puck comes out to center. Falk for Leddy. The Blues are controlling the puck right now. Puck took a bad bounce, but comes to Barbashev anyway for St. Louis. For Nick Leddy. Puck goes off Perron. Here's O'Reilly back to Perron. He got his pocket picked by DeBrusk, and Marchand takes it away. Here's DeBrusk. He'll move it for Carlo. He'll dump it in deep around the net. Here is Marchand. Lost it to Perron. He'll chip it out to center. Riley takes it back for Bergeron. Here's Riley for Carlo. Puck deflects off DeBrusk in on Ville Husso. He'll guide it aside there. Here's Colton Parayko. Puck moved up for Marco Scandella. Chat is not active to start tonight's game. I don't like that. Let's get this chat mega active tonight. Share the stream with your friends or family who are either Bruins or Blues fans and let them know that I have the commentary. Perron shot in on net, save Swayman. He'll hang on to it. I know there's not a whole lot going on so far, but I want to talk to you guys too. So, Holla will take the draw against Robert Thomas here to the left of Swayman. What's up, Jake Snake Bruni? Let's go, Bruins. Referees and Krug and Thomas having a conversation. Fourth looks better than before, IMO. You think so? A shot by Bartuza went wide of the net. Krug plays it in deep. Thomas, puck comes in front, and Krug couldn't play the pass. Back out to the line. There's a shot by Buchnevich, blocked. Holla will explode with speed out of the zone. Holla across the line. Lost possession of the puck, gets it back, but Buchnevich picks his pocket, plays it around the boards for Tarasenko. Tarasenko slows up at the line, trying to find Krug. He got his pocket picked by Lazar. He'll move it up for Holla. He'll get it in the zone. Shots are even 2-2 so far. Here's Falk. I think the final score will be. Well, I don't know. That's where you guys... I don't predict those things, so they always never work and always jinxes the team I predict. So you let me know in the chat. What are your predictions on tonight's score? Hall works it free. Back to forwarders. Hall has shot deflection. Goes over the net. Hall knocked down by Falk. Dakota Joshua for Brown. Walker got his pocket pick. Clifton shot. Saved by Husso there. And there's a penalty coming up on St. Louis. The Bruins are going to get the first power play of the game. Let's see what the call is here.
Can this spark their power play right here?
It's going to be on Nathan Walker for hooking. The Bruins going to go to the power play to try to break their 0-for streak. They're 0 for 25 on the power play as of late. Let's make it 1 for 26. You hope Hall or Berge? They hope they scored, at least one of them scored tonight? All right. Bergeron wins the draw. Bergeron, Marchand, Hall, DeBrusk, and McAvoy. McAvoy for Marchand. For DeBrusk for Bergeron in front. Couldn't get a shot through. Marchand keeps it alive. 0 for 25 in their last 7 on the power play. Bergeron back to McAvoy. Here's DeBrusk for McAvoy. Marchand, one-timer, missed the net. Scandella will get it out. Swayman, long lead pass for DeBrusk. Crossing the line, got denied, out to play it back to Marchand. Marchand will cross the line. Finds Bergeron far side. Drops it for McAvoy. Saad trying to get it out. McAvoy spins off and keeps it in. Here's Hall. Trying to play it to Marchand. Got tied up by Parayko. Saad will get it out. The problem the Bruins are running into in the power plays, they can't set up. They're running into guys, or they can't get in cleanly. And here's Riley now. The Bruins haven't scored on the power play since April 2nd. Holla for Bergeron, poke checked. Barbashev will get it out to center. Puck goes past Riley. Braden Shen up on the forecheck, but Riley will get there first. He'll play it around. Shen got caught with a high stick, and they're going to call that a penalty. So it'll be 0 for 26. 4 on 4 as Riley gets a high stick. Well, that's nothing new for the Bruins, huh? For Riley getting called a high stick. Should we go sports commentator? Really good. Well, that's actually what I'm going for. I'm going to be going to college next fall. I'm going for sports broadcasting, so I appreciate that. And I do all the Bruins games, so you definitely want to stick around. If you want to come back, that'll be sweet too. Make sure to subscribe. Happened the past 10 games. Edited way too much. The Bruins cannot get out of get out of their own way with taking penalties on the power play. Hollow won the drop, but McAvoy lost it in his skates. Parayko. Falk shot. Glove save. Swayman makes the glove stop there. For a few games. Seriously, put Jack Ashan in there edited, right? After the 4-on-4, it'll be a Blues power play for just over a minute. What's this she sent me? Oh, okay. Just a smiley face. As they go to commercial break. Make sure, guys, if you have not yet, make sure to like the stream. If you have not yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Turn on your post notifications. Get yourself notified every single time I go live or upload here on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links down below in the description. Go follow me there on Instagram and TikTok. You should definitely go do that. Share the stream with your friends or family who can't watch the game. I got you for. I got all of them with the game tonight. So in the football. In the football. Did I say that? I hope I didn't say that. I really hope I didn't say that. That'd be funny. That'd be freaking funny if I said that. Shooting themselves in the football. Let's check in on other games going on around the NHL while we're in commercial break here. The Maple Leafs lead the Flyers 1-0 in the second period. Wild lead the Canadiens 1-0 in the second. The Red Wings lead the Lightning 2-1 in the second. The Jets and Rangers are scoreless in the second period. Panthers and Islanders are scoreless in the near the end of the first. Same with Calgary and Nashville. That game's scoreless in the middle of the first. Ottawa and Vancouver going to get started at 10 Eastern. Kings and Ducks at 10 Eastern as well. Columbus and San Jose at 10:30 Eastern. So, this is the first time these two teams have met in St. Louis since Game 6 of the 2019 Stanley Cup Final. Thomas wins the draw against Coyle. It's a 4-on-4. Here's Tarasenko. Shot deflection wide of the net. Went off McAvoy and wide. DeBrusk will take over control. Coyle, DeBrusk. It's Grzelcyk and McAvoy right now. Coyle has it in the neutral zone. He'll pass it back to McAvoy. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Puck goes past Coyle, trying to go for a stretch pass. Couldn't find him. Went over his stick. Parayko for Thomas. Back to Parayko. Drops it. The miscommunication between Thomas and Tarasenko and Parayko. And then he'll have to go back and get it. Thomas. Here is Parayko. They're going to wait up the power play here. Smart. They're going to get their guy back here. 2-1. And right now, back to 5-on-4. The Blues have a power play for about a minute. Here is Shen for Perron. Just gets it in deep. Carlo takes it away first. He'll try to move it along. Here is Derek Forbert, and he can't get it out. Perron takes it away. Let's dump it across ice, but Carlo gets it, and Carlo shoots it down. Teams do this. Well, it's smart It's smart and annoying. I understand what you mean, but it's also smart because you waste some clock. You also rest your guys for the power play. As Nosek takes the puck and clears it down. Blues are on a 9-game winning streak. Have scored a power play goal in 8 of their last 9. Wow, it's a shocker. Wonder what it's like scoring a power play goal. Bruins are missing Pasta. For real, the Bruins are really hurting without Pasternak right now. Puck comes to Curtis Lazar, and he'll get it out with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Lazar's knocked down while getting it out. Here is Falk. He'll drop it for Thomas. 5 seconds to go on the 5-on-4. Across the line, Thomas just dumps it around the boards. Tarasenko now back to 5-on-5. Puck comes back to the line. Falk now. Riley's out of the box. Scandella for Buchnevich. Back to Scandella. Oh, sorry, that's Nick Leddy, excuse me. Here's Leddy. Shot. Went wide of the net. Here's Thomas. Looking in front. Finds Buchnevich. Puck went past him, excuse me. Tarasenko back at the center point. Finds Buchnevich. Right circle. Going to the slot. Drops it. Here's Falk. Leddy in the slot. Taken away there by Riley. He'll just play it out easily to get a change here. The 1-0 Flyers versus Lightning game, they kept stalling the game because of the 1-3-1 strategy Lightning were using. And that's why they stopped using it. Literally, that game stopped them from using it. Because it's literally, the Flyers just sat there. They're like, we're not going to try to attack that. Carlo gets the puck first. As the puck's behind the Bruins net. Grzelcyk moves it along for Craig Smith. Trying to play it out, knocked down. Grzelcyk clobbered there by Barbashev. Puck moved around for Hall. Scandella keeps it in. Kyrou and Carlo go into the corner. Finds Holla. Bruins have a clean breakout. Holla up ice. Trying to play it to Smith. Puck went off the referee, and no, it is onside. Smith just chips it in around the boards. Shots are 4-3. Puck comes in front. Holla almost had a golden opportunity if it had bounced off his stick. Forbert keeps it in for Smith. Holla, high slot. Shot blocked there by Shen. Pareko up for Shen. He'll move it up. Swerves off Smith. Bruins are finishing a change. Blues will get a change as well. Scandella for Krug. Krug for Joshua. Knocked off the puck by Nosek. McLaughlin gets a big elbow from Bortuzzo there. Krug. Puck moved up here for Joshua. Trying to get around. Clifton could not cleanly. Forbert for Clifton. Moves it up off of Krug's stick all the way back down. Bortuzzo and Foligno will go into the corner. Foligno finishes his check there. A high hit. Nosek keeps it in. Shot deflection off McLaughlin wide. Brown plays it around. Logan Brown for Robert Bortuzzo. For Torrey Krug. I'm all for defense and smart plays, but you got to keep it entertaining at the same. Exactly, right? You got to keep my attention span. Pareko for Saad across the line. Perron looking to the goal. O'Reilly, there's a penalty coming up. It's going to be on McAvoy. Let's see what happened here. Hooking on McAvoy. And the Blues will go back to the power play for the second time. Hey, Sam, do you think the Bruins are missing pasta? I think that's obvious at this point. We black out by ESPN2? No, I don't. It shouldn't be. Those are going to be national games. It's just on ESPN Plus and on Hulu. That's why. But I got you, Mike. But I think it's pretty obvious the Bruins are missing Pasternak. They can't convert in the power play. They're 0 for the last 26 on the power play. It's their Achilles tendon. Or Achilles heel, sorry, that's the proper term. They can't convert in the power play without their top guy, right? If you're obviously going to be missing your top scorer, who has, 38 goals, 39? Who's your favorite Bruin ever? Mine is Bergeron. I'm going to show you real quick. Twins. I have a home Bergeron jersey, and I have a road one, which is buried in the depths of hell in my closet. Oh, God. That's the Sox-Toronto game. Who cares about the Sox right now? They're off to such a bad start anyway. They're 5-5. I think they're just getting the early nerves out. I think they'll even out. It's currently 1-1 in the fourth inning, by the way, at Fenway, if you're wondering. Blues have their second power play of the game, by the way. Here's Thomas, spins off Carlo. Kyrou takes it away for Thomas. Plays it across. Here's a chance, a shot for Tarasenko, blocked by I think, Forbert. Bergeron around for Carlo. Kyrou takes it away. Kyrou behind the net, comes out in front. Tarasenko now for Falk. Thomas, left circle. Cross for Tarasenko. Bank pass off the boards. He couldn't play it. Buchnevich in the slot, bouncing to Thomas. Falk at the line, kicks it to keep it in. Thomas for Kyrou. Backdoor Tarasenko for Buchnevich. What a passing play. They score. Buchnevich, 1-0 St. Louis. The Bruins didn't do a lot wrong there. They just got outplayed. One nothing Blues here in the first period on a power play goal for Buchnevich. McLaughlin wrapping it around in front, trying to stuff it home, and he couldn't. And the puck comes all the way back down, and the Blues ice the puck. You're surprised it took this long? Same. Honestly. Same here. The fact that it took a minute for them to score on the power play against the Bruins' weaker penalty kills of late is actually kind of a surprise. That was one of the greatest Bruins ever. I mean, look at the fact he's already got 12 all-time in career goals by a Bruin. Yeah, he's 12th all-time. Yeah, it's crazy. That's Buchnevich's 28th of the season. Blues win the draw. Brown beats Nosek. Leddy trying to play it around. Foligno knocked it down, but here's Brown. For Dakota Joshua, kept in by McLaughlin. His shot went wide. Here's Foligno, plays it around the boards for Nosek. Puck comes out in front. Foligno has it, drops it. Here's Riley, a shot deflection by Nosek, saved by Husso. So national announcers are annoying. That's why I don't like to listen to them. That's why I do the streams now. I don't listen to the national announcers. Bruins need to beat the Blues winning streak tonight. Yeah, they do. They've won 9 in a row. They've won 9 in a row. And the Bruins could use 2 points tonight. That would be huge if they can get 2 points out of this game. Puck comes in on Husso off the draw. He got to the side as the Blues won the draw. Puck goes over Barbashev. McAvoy for Frederick across the line. Frederick shot, save, rebound in front. Coyle trying to play the puck. Trying to keep it in. Shen and Coyle going to puck battle. Frederick shoves at Jordan Kyrou. Falk for Leddy. The Blues will play it out. Popped up in the air. Grizzly and Cliff. Oh no, a breakdown again. What a save, Swayman on Shen. Coyle trying to play it out. Puck goes over, Buchnevich. Look at that defensive breakdown. This is a bad bounce. Here is Shen for Falk. Fires a shot, saves Swayman again. And trying. They're not. They made a playoff spot. They're going to rest. Simple. It's not that hard to understand. Swayman's the only reason it's still 1-0, so. Holla wins the draw against Thomas. Hall can't get it out. Krug keeps it in. Here's Buchnevich. Looked in front of that for Thomas. Went wide. Riley trying to play it up. Knocked down. Bruins can't get it out. Now they will. Here's Hall. He will move it for Holla instead of just jumping in deep instead. Olmark. Yeah, Olmark is hurt right now. Lazar shot off the side of the board, just saved by Husso. Lately. Injuries. Top scorer when your top defenseman's out and you have your top goaltender out. Yeah, we're going to suck. Yeah, Red Wings lead. Red Wings beating the Lightning 3-2 in the second period right now. Bergeron takes the draw. We'll take the draw against O'Reilly. He's kicked out. Never mind, it'll be O'Reilly against Marchand. That's what Bergeron getting kicked out of all these draws recently. O'Reilly wins the draw. Scandella for Parayko. Perron trying to shovel it out and will. Puck comes to Scandella. He will cross the line, get it in deep past Riley. Bergeron trying to move it up for O'Reilly. Puck comes to Perron in the slot, plays it back in deep. Bergeron plays it around for McAvoy. He'll move it up for DeBrusk. He'll knock it down. Puck goes past Marchand. Marchand was not reading that pass at all. He wasn't expecting it. How could he not expect it, is my question. Puck was played with a high stick. There'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. As Bergeron played it, the high stick, then McAvoy touched it next. They go to commercial break, under 6 to go in the first, 1-0 St. Louis. As they go to commercial break. Why is my button on, why is it flashing? Oh, it's 20%. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's a problem because I don't know what the charger is. Oh, that could be an issue. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found the charger for the speaker. I'm going to charge it in between intermissions. In the intermissions while I can. Hope you guys had a nice Easter if you celebrate. Who do you think the Bruins will start in the playoffs? If Ullmark's 100%, it'll be Ullmark. And the reason why I say that is you want a more experienced goaltender. Not that he's experienced in the playoffs or anything, but you want a more veteranized goaltender. I think Swayman has been very inconsistent. So has Ullmark, but I think Ullmark has that experience factor over Swayman when it comes to like how long he's been in the league. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's gonna be really intriguing to see what the playoff situation is gonna look like for your goaltender, right? And I also wonder what who the Bruins are gonna play. As of now, they're scheduled to play Carolina in the first round if the season were to end today. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Rangers could overtake Carolina for the Metro. So, we could play the Rangers. So. Oh, update on Pasternak and Lindholm coming during the intermission. So, make sure to be here because we have an update on their condition and how they're doing and when they're expected to be back. Nosek kicked out of the draw against Logan Brown, so McLaughlin will take it and win the draw. Clifton plays it around for Forbert for Foligno. Plays it up ice. Puck goes over Nosek. Brown for Krug. Finds Leddy. Foligno takes it away. And he will cross the line, but he got knocked right off the puck. McLaughlin advances the puck past Logan Brown in deep. Husso plays it for Nick Leddy. Clifton keeps the puck in, but the play is offside anyway. With 5:27 to go in the first. Bruins versus Rangers in playoffs that happened. Yeah, that would be really interesting if they pulled that off for sure. Forbert plays it around the boards. Krug has the Bruins win the draw in the neutral zone. Puck comes to Connor Clifton. The backhand Clifton shot went up into the protected netting off a stick, up and out of play with 5:16 to go in the first. Coyle and Braden Shen are talking to each other. The Blues would play Minnesota in the first round. We saw how that game would go. How that series would go on Saturday when these two teams met. That game was wild. 6-5 in overtime. Wild had an amazing comeback against the Blues. Forced overtime. Then Buchnevich scored the overtime winner. Face-off won by the Blues. Here's Barbashev for Bortuzzo. Goes over his stick. Frederick takes it away. He'll cross the line with Smith 2-on-1. Well, no, it's not 2-on-1. Frederick shot anyway. Went wider than that. They get the side of the net that time. And now here is Kyrou for Shen. Forbert steps up and knocks him off the puck, but the puck comes to Bortuzzo. He'll move it for Torrey Krug. Braden Shen across the line. Falls down. Forbert takes it away. For Hall. Looking up ice. for Lazar. Back to Hall. Across the line. Clifton up on the rush. Hall shot. Saved there by Husso. Lazar knocked down by Shen. Scandella trying to move it out. Grizzly keeps it in. Lazar keeps it alive. Here's Hall. Plays the puck after having some trouble. Gets it anyway. Spins off Scandella. Knocked down. Back to Carlo. Shot. Deflection. Wide of the net. Barely. Grizzly keeps it alive. In the corner. Plays it in front for Hall and Lazar. Couldn't find him in either of them in front. Grizzly now. Shot. Glove saved by Husso that time. Bruins are pressuring with that second line right now. Firing on all cylinders there. Leafs lead the Flyers 2-1 in the second period on a goal from William Nylander. Top line's out there. It's Bergeron against O'Reilly right now to the left of Husso. Bergeron wins the draw. Marchand for Carlo. Marchand down low. He couldn't play it. Puck goes past DeBrusk. Justin Falk on it. DeBrusk jams it to keep it in. Puck tied up in the slot. Marchand and Leddy were tied up. Here's Falk. Plays it out. Carlo keeps it in. Puck bounces out, but DeBrusk has got it. Chips it across for Marchand. The Bruins will just a cross corner dump in. Right to Falk. Moves it around the boards. Marchand's got it. Puck goes off his skate. DeBrusk in front for Bergeron, but he wasn't there. He committed over a little too hard. Falk for Saad. Here's O'Reilly. He'll dump it in deep. Puck chopped along. Marchand's got it back in the Bruins' end, but Parayko takes it away, but Bergeron recovers. He'll try to chip it out. Parayko gloves it down, trying to find DeBrusk streaking on a breakaway. Bergeron plays to Marchand instead. It just puck bounced off the boards in deep. Here's Scandella. The Bruins are very messy with that top line. That top line's been brutal to watch recently. Foligno for Nosek across the line. Nosek shot over the net. McAvoy steps up and keeps it in. Here's Parayko. Kept alive by Foligno. Here's McLaughlin in the slot. McLaughlin shot over the net up into the protective netting. That would have been a huge goal for him there. Huge goal for the team. That would have been a nice goal to get from McLaughlin there. Man, I'm losing viewers. What the hell? I just had 20 viewers in here. Now I'm down to 4. Hello? 3. Hello? Oh, God. Nosek will take the draw. Win it. McLaughlin and Falk tied up. Falk punches him in the face. Didn't get a call. Okay. Tarasenko for Thomas. Cross corner dumping in on Swayman. Guides it aside. McAvoy. And Riley out there in deep here. Riley got tied up by a couple of Blues. Here's Thomas for Tarasenko. Down low for Buchnevich. Puck goes past Tarasenko. This puck will come all the way back down. In on Husso. He'll guide it aside. Falk's got it. For Nick Leddy, taken away there by Smith. He'll try to find Coyle. Puck goes past him. Coyle and Falk tied up in the corner behind the net. Here's Leddy, plays it around for Barbashev. Puck knocked down by Clifton, who kept it in. Smith trying to play it to Coyle. Puck took a weird bounce in front. Can't. Frederick shot, save Husso that time. I think it's because they already gave up on score, but it's over till it's not over till it's over. That's funny. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
But what I'm gonna say is just if you're gonna make up lies and stuff, like I'm just saying a generalization. Just don't use my name in anything because I don't like people using my name for lies.
Coyle will take the draw here against Braden Shen. Coyle wins it. Forward shot goes up into the protective netting up and out of play. Yeah. Hurricanes are going to not be good in the playoffs until Anderson returns. Oh, is he out? Jeez. Coyle wins the draw. Clifton shot went wide. Coyle gets it back, but lost it to Braden Shen. Shen takes it away. He'll try to move it for Krug. Puck poked in and kept alive by Frederick. Goals, please. People think these games are meaningless. Because apparently to the Bruins, they are. Krug deflects it. Oh, puck comes to Braden Shen. Walks in, saves Swayman. Carlo and Shen shoving at each other. Or it's Clifton, sorry. Smith plays it to no man's land. But the Bruins will get a change. Here is Shen across the line. Here is for Barbashev for Kyrou in front. Shot save. Shen's shot goes over the net. Barbashev in front for Kyrou. Grizzly deflects it. Hall trying to get it out. Kept alive there at the line by Parayko. Kyrou for Shen. Puck. And they lost it. Puck comes back to the left point. Scandella down low for Kyrou. Barbashev for Shen. Poked at by Holla. Under a minute to go in the first. Parayko keeps it in. Here is Kyrou for Barbashev to puck deflects. Puck comes to Hall. And the Bruins will move it out. Hall knocked down. And that should have been interference. And it will be. That should have been interference. And now there's going to be a fight. Well, now this is going to be a 2019 Finals rematch hoedown. Scandella and Lazar are into it. Should have been a penalty on Parayko for interference. And I think it will be. I think he's going off. There should have been. I think there's going to be one penalty. It's going to be on the Blues here.
Barbashev appears to be the match. We're going to see Lazar for sure. Yeah, here as well. The boss is open. 2-minute minor penalty for Rufford. Boston, number 20. 2-minute minor penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, so it's Barbashev for roughing, Lazar for unsportsmanlike conduct, and edited again, we go to 4-on-4. Barbashev hit Hall. That should have been interference right there. So it's another 4-on-4 here. It should have been only one penalty on Barbashev. What did Lazar do to get unsportsmanlike conduct? Shoving him after the whistle? Okay. So face off in the neutral zone will be Bergeron and Marchand with Riley and McAvoy for the Bruins. That'll ref's blind, I swear to God. O'Reilly and Perron. That 3 forwards out there and a defenseman? No, it's not. Scandella and Parayko. Bruins have it, though, across the line. Marchand. Marchand spins off of Scandella for Bergeron. For Marchand again, shot, missed wide of the net. I think Husso may have got a piece of it. O'Reilly keeps it, plays it for Scandella. Here's Parayko. He started it. Well, Barbashev hit Hall, which provoked it. Perron for O'Reilly across the line. Riley lost it. He beat O'Reilly in the puck battle. Here is Riley, plays it around past O'Reilly. McAvoy plays it past Bergeron. Parayko and Bergeron in a foot race under 10 seconds to go in the first period. And it looks like that'll do it for period 1 here in St. Louis. That is it for period 1. We're going to have a minute. We're going to have a minute 15 of 4-on-4 to get us started in the second period when they come back from the intermission, which is going to be extended because it's on ESPN. It's usually like a 20-minute intermission. So, let me, how am I going to do this? Let me charge my speaker during the intermission. That's what I was going to do. Somebody remind me to get my speaker off the chair when the intermission's over. I'd appreciate it. All right, well, that's going to be it for period 1 in St. Louis. It's 1-0 Blues on a power play goal for Pavel Buchnevich. Let's see if there's any updates around the league right now. So there's a big one. Marc-Andre Fleury says that he's going to play at least one more season in the NHL, according to Alan Walsh. That is what's being said right now. We also know... Oops. Bro, thank you for this live, for having this live, because Nessun Plus sucks when everyone can afford it. I got you. I got you. I do all the Bruins games, so it's fine. The Penguins jersey sponsor for the 2022-2023 season is Highmark. That was something that came out today. And also, the San Diego Padres in the MLB are having a Motorola patch on their right shoulder or right sleeve during next year's season or something like that. I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, and there is another NHL lawsuit, this one involving the Philadelphia Flyers. Are you ready for this one? Two Philadelphia Flyers staffers are suing the club and Comcast regarding their cancer diagnosis for counts of negligence, strict liability, and loss of consortium, per NBC Sports Philadelphia and other news outlets. The lawsuit claims their office was adjacent to the Zamboni room and subjected to dangerous and excessive emissions from carcinogen-emitting equipment and improper ventilation, which led their nearly identical diagnosis of cancer and an uncurable rare blood disorder. Yikes. The team claims the allegations have no merit. The two staffers are directing of conditioning and former athletic trainer Jim McCrossan and athletic trainer Sal Raffa, who have been with the organization for 16 seasons and 25 seasons, respectively. Yikes. Hobie Baker Award-winning goaltender Dryden McKay has accepted a 6-month suspension from the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency after testing positive for 22 picograms of an illegal compound called ostarine. The drug was found in a contaminated bottle of quercetin, I'm pretty sure, a plant-based antioxidant and anti-inflammatory he was taking that some use as an immune booster for recovery tool for COVID. Both an open version and a sealed version of the bottle were contaminated with substance, giving McKay a reduced punishment from 4 years to 6 months. He'll be eligible to practice with teams on August 25th and play games on October 11th. There will still be NHL interest in his services, but he will likely have to start in the AHL and work his way up. Yikes. Matt Barzal of the New York Islanders, voice crack, all the time, has been fined $2,500 for unsportsmanlike conduct in a game against Toronto the other night. And here's what happened. Here's all he was fined for. That's it. For dragging Marner's jersey, he gets a $2,500 fine for holding somebody's jersey like this for $2,500. Oh God. Canadiens forward Michael Pezzetta has been suspended for 2 games, first being tonight, for an illegal check to the head of TJ Oshie. That's a major yikes for me. And Red Wings forward Dylan Larkin is out 8 to 10 weeks after undergoing a core muscle surgery. That's a major yikes for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Eastern Conference playoff picture is pretty much set, except we don't know who's going to play who yet. That'll still shuffle around. But the 8 teams that will be representing the Eastern Conference in the Stanley Cup playoffs are the following. The Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, Boston Bruins, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Washington Capitals. Those are the 8 teams that are representing the Bruins in the Stanley Cup, the Eastern Conference, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. In the Western Conference, we only have 4 playoff spots clinched. Colorado has clinched the number 1 seed. They're pretty much going to win the President's Trophy at this point. As long as Florida doesn't streak and win. St. Louis has clinched the playoff spot. Minnesota's clinched the playoff spot. And Calgary's clinched the playoff spot. So, pathetic. Oh, the hold on Barzal. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. At least he didn't get suspended. Then that would be like, okay, wait a minute, why? I got suspended for holding somebody's jersey. Like, you know how stupid that sounds? Oh, God. What's going on in their other games around the league? The Leafs lead the Flyers 3-1 through 2. Wild lead the Canadiens 1-0 through 2. Red Wings lead the Lightning 3-2 through 2. Rangers lead the Jets 1-0 through 2. Islanders lead the Panthers 1-0 in the second. Flames and Predators scoreless through 1. Ottawa and Vancouver get started in just over an hour. LA and Anaheim the same, just over an hour from now from Anaheim. And Columbus and San Jose in about just over 90 minutes from San Jose. Let's go into the other games, the other leagues. The NBA playoffs started this weekend, and they started with an absolute bang. Did you guys happen to watch the game on Sunday, the Nets-Celtics game on Sunday? If you didn't, yeah, it was insane. Jason Tatum, the overtime winner. Celtics win Game 1. Game 2 is tomorrow night from the Garden in Boston. A 7 p.m. tip on TNT tomorrow night. Let's see what else is going on. What else? So, here is what happened over the weekend in the NBA playoffs. So, we know the Mavericks and Jazz series is tied at 1. The Sixers lead the Raptors 2-0 in their series. The Warriors lead the Nuggets 2-0 in their series. Celtics lead the Nets 1-0 in their series. The Heat lead the Hawks 1-0 in their series. They're playing Game 2 right now, and so on and so forth. Bucks lead the Bulls 1-0 in their series. Suns lead the Pelicans 1-0 in this series. What's up with Pasta? Okay, we have an update from Bruce Cassidy. He said, so he pretty much said Pastrnak, Lindholm, and Ullmark for the Bruins. He hopes to have him back at some point this regular season. He is not ruling them out for Saturday against the Rangers. That would be huge if you get Pastrnak and Lindholm back on Saturday. That would be ginormous. That'd be huge. So, but again, he said again, don't want to rush their progress, but he thinks he could be back. They could be back this weekend. Ullmark, he did not skate this morning. They hope to have him back maybe Sunday against Montreal. Pastrnak and Lindholm did skate this morning. They're expected to take contact Friday. So if that's the case, they could play Saturday or Sunday against either the Rangers or Montreal. We'll see how that goes. Let's see here. What else? What's the agenda right now for the Bees? They play Pittsburgh again Thursday. In Pittsburgh this time around. Yeah. You know what I haven't done? I haven't played my Wordle today. I have to play Wordle. I haven't played it today. Let's play Wordle. All right. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna figure this out real quick. We're gonna use Josh's strategy. We already have 3 letters unlocked. F is the first one. So. What else? All right, we already know him. We already know him. That's not a word. Foyer. There you go. That's done. That was super quick. There we go. Good job. Oh, God. Figure that one out real quick. Josh has a broken, or Novatron in our chat. He's been in here tonight. I'm not sure where he is at now. He said that, the strategy has helped him majorly before. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn this around here. Hey everyone, we are still live on YouTube right now. The second period is about to start here for the Bruins and Blues. Make sure to click the link on your screen, and at least in the last story anyway, and come hang out in the chat. Live on YouTube right now. The second period is about to start here for the Bruins. So, we're about to start for period 2. Chat has not been very active tonight. We haven't had a lot of folks in here tonight either, so that's kind of probably why. That's probably why. Oh, God. We're going to get the second period started here in just a few minutes here in St. Louis. 5 minutes is what it says. It says 5 minutes. We'll see if that actually holds. I don't know. Thank you to Jake for subbing. Appreciate it. Jake the Snake Bruni for subbing. Appreciate it. Apparently, from what I understand, we have hit 370 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We're actually at 372 now. We're going to hit 400 real soon, dude. Real soon. It's not even close. You said before intermission? I'll take it off in a little bit. Thank you, though. Oh, John's live for the same game. He has almost 100 people in his chat.
Every adventure starts with a great cup of...
At 91 points, so still a lot to be determined in the West. Whereas the East, we know who the 8 teams that are in the playoffs, but we don't.
I'm joining John's stream for a minute.
Going to be exactly just yet. Hey, there you go, Bobby. That is awesome, my man. You hit a home run today, dude. Wow. That is awesome, man. Really, really glad to hear that. Congratulations. Wow, Nick, really cool. That's awesome. Sam, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm live for the same
Ashley,
game,
we are getting ready to
but
start
I
the second
figured
period.
I'd say hi.
Jason, what's going on? Welcome in. Awesome to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Joseph, welcome in.
I'm live for the same game, but I figured I'd say hi, LOL, is what I just put in his chat.
Stacy, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see. I haven't checked the score of the Red Sox game, no, Mander. Let me take a look.
Oh God, John's the best. We're friends. I hope to collab with him at some point. We were messaging about it. So he said he'd send me his schedule for next week, so we'll have to figure that out on a non-Bruins game. They're playing Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week. I think I have 4 games in 6 days next week. Oh, jeez, man. That is going to be absolutely brutal. for the Bruins. 4 games in 6 days. And they're playing Montreal, Florida, Buffalo, Toronto. 2 of those games are winnable. 2 of them are going to be iffy. We'll see how that goes. They played Toronto in Toronto in the last game of the season. Excuse me. So, a lot of my viewers are in his chat right now. It's cool. Oh, what's up, Dork? He was in John's chat. I was just mentioning that a lot of my viewers are in his chat right now. Oh man. Oh god. Come on, let's get the second period started. Had to stop by and show some. I feel that, man. I understand that. Hey, we're gonna start the period now. Sweet. Finally, they're coming back from commercial. Second period's about to start. Wow, I'm shocked. Yeah, a lot of my viewers are in his chat right now. Beantown's in there. Dork's in there, obviously. I believe I saw Mason in there too, I think. Like, yeah, it's cool. All of his viewers are welcome to stop by mine too, by the way. Yeah, me and John are friends, so it just makes it's cool. How's the game looking on your end? Got it for the Bees, the Blues in the first. So the Blues lead 1-0. So here is my thoughts. The Bruins need to be cleaner with the puck in the offensive zone because and they outshot them 11-8, and that's great and all. But like they need to start converting on their opportunities. They're 0 for 26 on the power play. That is inexcusable. I can't think of an excuse up the wazoo. Like, that needs to change, right? Penalty kill was okay. I mean, they gave up a goal, but they were outmanned there. That's the only reason why. And, you know, they just need to be cleaner at getting the pucks out of your own zone and getting more 5-on-5 chances on the net. Just play better. Play faster. As the second period has started, Bruins shooting left to right, Blues shooting right to left. Hall shot in on Husel. He'll make the save. Blues in their Winter Classic white jerseys at the home jersey tonight, and the Bruins are in their home blacks as the road jersey tonight. The Bruins never do good in those types of games when the jerseys are opposite, when the dark color is the away jersey, and the... They really need to fix their power play. Will not pay off big time. Well, they need Pasternak back. I think when they get Pasternak back, I think the power play will kind of shift back to normal. I also think they should put Lindholm on the top power play in it. I've been saying that ever since he got here. They need to put Lindholm on the top power play in it because I feel like whenever he comes back, that's going to be dynamite. Here is Thomas across the line, gets around a couple of guys, and just gets it in deep. 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. Holla forces it out. He'll get around Letty. Got tied up by Thomas, and Falk gets it back for St. Louis. Puck goes past Thomas. No pasta, no power. Yeah, exactly. There is no power play without Pasternak recently. 0 for 26. Okay? Your key to the second period. If there's a power play, convert. You're bound to score at some point. I guess not, though. Kyrou walks in the slot. Shot went wide of the net. We'll be back to 5-on-5 here shortly. Carlo will move it up ice. Still try to find Coyle. Deeks the middle. And we have ourselves a delayed offside. And we're back to 5-on-5 now as the play stops as the Bruins were offside. Make sure to, if you have not yet, check out the poll in the live chat. Make sure your voices are heard. Let me know who you think is going to win, Bruins or Blues. Out of the poll here, 74% say the Bruins are going to win out of 31 votes. 26% says St. Louis is going to win. Bergeron will take the draw against O'Reilly. Bergeron wins it, and Gritslick will just dump it in deep in the neutral zone. All the way back in deep around the net. Here is Scandella past Parayko. Perron Trying to move it along. Puck knocked down by Grizzlick. Plays it to Marchand. Puck goes past him. Here's DeBrusk. Wrap running on net. DeBrusk scores on a chip shot on the goal line. Jake DeBrusk, 1-0. Wow, that was an absolute chip shot. DeBrusk scores there. And they waved it off for some reason. Why? Hello? Why'd they wave it off? It is a goal. Okay, Jesus. They pointed and now that's... Wow, okay. It was a goal, then it wasn't a goal, and now it's a goal. So, okay. DeBrusk will get credit for the goal, and it's 1-1. That's the goal they needed. That is the little turnaround they needed. It was a nice chip shot from on the goal line. He buried it in. Saad plays it back to Parayko. It scared me too. I was like, why did they stop? Why are they talking? And why is there no one on the board? A shot by O'Reilly, saved by Swayman. Puck comes in front of the net. The puck played out. Scandella will try to keep it in, and he does. Bergeron gloves it down. Carlo trying to play it out. Puck comes to Perron. Bergeron advances it for Grizzlick. Tied up by O'Reilly. Back to the line, Parayko. Puck played around the boards. Here is Perron and Carlo going to the corner. What's up, Bruin? And Bergeron trying to move it up for DeBrusk. Puck kept alive. Here's Thomas for Buchnevich, a shot. Good shoulder stop by Swayman there. The Bruins will try to move it out. Here's Marchand. Blues got caught in a change. Marchand for Bergeron. Bergeron shooting, missing wide of the net. Here is Thomas. Left it behind for Tarasenko on side. Woke up, it seems. Yeah, I guess so. Here's Buchnevich trying to chip it in on net. Went wide. DeBrusk is stuck out there with... and Nosek. Marchand stuck out there with Nosek right now. Puck comes out. Nosek trying to get it in deep. DeBrusk will go off for a change, and so will Marchand. They think it didn't get past the line. They think because it went under the bar. So like, I'll show you the goal at the commercial break. But here's Tarasenko on the slot, blocked by McAvoy, and McLaughlin will move it up. But the puck went underneath the bar, and they thought it didn't go in. And thought they hit the crossbar, didn't hit any net. So, but they got the call from the penalty box. They didn't even go to Toronto. The penalty box official said, "Oh yeah, that went in." Thomas taking away there. Puck comes to no man's land. Clifton will try to chip it up. Kyrou takes it away. Shen will move it along. Kyrou lost it. Here's Krug. Krug turns it over. Clifton for Lazar across the line. Lazar saved by Husso. I like the fact that Lazar stepping up in the rush, getting the puck in the zone, and getting a good quality chance on net. Clifton moves it along. Here's Lazar, chips it in deep. Puck trying to find Hall, could not. And the puck is played out, but Clifton recovers. Marchand playing. Yeah, he's playing. He got an assist on that goal. So did Bergeron. Here's Krug. Moves along for Pertuzzo. For Kyrou. In the neutral zone, he'll dump it in deep. Here is Swayman. Plays it around for Grizzlick. What's up, Gritty? Who are you cheering for today? Get better with rebounding reaction time. Oh, I agree. 100% edited. They need to bounce back on... need to bounce on turnovers quicker. I am a Bruins fan personally, but if you're a Blues fan, you're welcome here as well, obviously. All hockey fans are welcome in the chat. Just know I might chirp your team if the Bruins win. And all in good fun. Joshua will take the draw against Coyle to the left of Swayman. Joshua wins the draw. Puck comes out as went past Parayko. Back into the Blues end. Parayko will move it up. Here is Scandella. Crosses the line. Brown dumps it. Here is Walker who dumps it in deep. Puck goes past Joshua. Smith for Carlo. Plays it around for Riley. Fans on the pass out to center. Hope you had a great holiday weekend. Same to you. Hope you had a good Easter. If you celebrate Easter, obviously. If you don't, that's fine too. If you did, hope you had a good Easter. I know I did. Spent it with my grandma. Had some ham and some mashed potatoes. Joshua Try to play it to Walker, lost the puck. O'Reilly will move it along for Joshua. Perron shot, blocker to side by Swayman. Puck goes up and out of play in playoffs. Wait, which team do you cheer for? St. Louis? Bees. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm a Bruins fan too. You should consider subscribing. I go live for every Bruins game. So, it's like a live watch party every Bruins game. And I'm doing all the Bruins playoff games as well. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We're going to be at 375 in no time, if not 400 in no time, dude. My audience quadrupled this season alone. I started this season at like 150 subs, and I'm gonna be at 400 in no time. Swayman could not play the puck, could not cover it, but Grzelcyk will move it along. We'll try to get to Bergeron, and he'll find Marchand. Marchand back to Bergeron across the line. Bergeron shot saved by Husso. He'll hang on to it.
One, two, three, go.
Okay. YouTube live stream and hustle. I know, dude. It's been stressful. Holy moly. Bergeron and O'Reilly in a face-off tie-up. O'Reilly wins it. Parayko for Perron. He'll move it out. McAvoy trying to play to Bergeron. Saab will cross the line with it as he picks some pockets. Bruins take it away. Marchand. DeBrusk is hurt. DeBrusk is a little banged up. Perron plays it around the boards. That's not going to see him lunging like that. He'll get the puck. Here's Marchand for McAvoy. DeBrusk, yeah, he does not. Yeah, that looked the little. He was like hunched over. That didn't look good. Like he couldn't even play the puck. That looked rough. Thomas dumps it in deep. That was concerning. Swayman for forward will move it along. Foligno, he will chip it out to center. McLaughlin's got it on the far side. He'll cross the line. For Nosek. Nosek's shot, kick save, rebound. Foligno couldn't get a shot away. Forbert keeps it in. Puck bounces into behind the net. Krug and Nosek will get tied up. Another injury. I hope not. Hopefully he just got his bell rung. We can't afford another injury right now. Here's Krug across the line. Tarasenko for Buchnevich. For Tarasenko, but he couldn't play it on his forehand. Thomas. Bouncing it back to the line. Leddy keeps it in. Here's Krug, far circle. Back to Leddy, center point. Here is Buchnevich for Tarasenko. Fires, saves Swayman. I did not like the way DeBrusk tried to play that puck. That looked a little off. Yeah. So, is currently 1-1 here in the second period if you're just joining us. Blues and Bruins here from St. Louis. Shots are 17-14 Boston so far. Take you through the scoring summary. Blues had a power play in the first period. Buchnevich connected his 28th of the season from Tarasenko and Kyrou at 11:49. And then just in the first 90 seconds of the second period, at 1:33 anyway, 93 seconds, DeBrusk gets his 23rd from Grzelcyk at 1:33, and that's where we're at right now. Bruins out shooting St. Louis at 17-14, and they have more blocks, less giveaways, and more takeaways. So Bruins aren't playing as bad as I thought they would. They're definitely not playing bad. They're playing okay. Just need to stop the Blues from entering the zone as cleanly as they are. It's true. So, Saturday's stream was lit, man. We were playing Pittsburgh. Intermission, I checked the chat rate during the intermission, the second intermission. It was 15 messages per minute. That was lit. That was a hell of a stream that was. Have been playing not so good. Well, here's why. They've been battling some injuries recently. They've been without their top scorer, one of their top defensemen, and now apparently they're going to be without Olmark for a little bit, their top goaltender. So I have to give them some sort of slack. They just got Grzelcyk and Carlo back, and I automatically see an immediate shift in the defense and for the better. So Grzelcyk improved the defense a lot, and then Carlo came back, brought some size to the right side. The Bruins have been playing better since. They played good on Saturday. They won, so Leddy for Falk. They played good defensively on Saturday. They've been playing okay defensively tonight. Riley plays it all the way back down, but Husso will have to play it as it would have been icing, as Holla would have gotten there first if it wasn't icing. And I think the Blues will ice the puck here, and they will. Riley got away with an icing, and then the Blues ice it back up the other way. So the Bruins will have themselves an offensive zone faceoff. So it'll be another ESPN game for the Bruins on Saturday, except it'll be on ABC from the TD Garden. It'll be the Rangers and Bruins at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live for that one here on the channel, 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Bergeron will take the draw against O'Reilly, and Bergeron's kicked out of the draw again. DeBrusk will come in and take it against O'Reilly, and the Blues win the draw. Leddy plays it around for Falk. Kyrou kept in by Riley. He'll play it cross corner. Couldn't even get a shot in the net. Leddy trying to play it out. Knocked off the puck by Bergeron. Barbashev for Leddy for Braden Shen. Shen fakes on Marchand. Moves it up for Kyrou. Here's Barbashev. McAvoy denies him the line from an entry. Marchand gives it to Riley. Bruins will move it out. Here's Bergeron. Backhands it in. Husso pops it up, but DeBrusk gets the puck first. Puck tied up behind the net. Here is Kyrou. Takes it away. Kyrou winning he is the NHL's fastest skater. Won it at the All-Star competition last January or February. McAvoy saucers it up the ice. Scandella takes it away. Here's Robert Thomas for Colton Parayko. Back to Marco Scandella. Here's Buchnevich, the Blues goal scorer. Puck bouncing to Trent Frederick. Stick off the far boards. Frederick for Coyle. Trying to get it in deep. He cannot. Frederick has the puck. Quick re-entry. Play is onside. Puck goes into the corner. Smith and Frederick tied up. Smith plays it around the boards. Tarasenko and Grzelcyk get tied up for the puck. Coyle, our fastest player. I'd say maybe Holla or Lazar. Coyle has it. Grzelcyk shot deflection wide of the net. That almost got tipped in. Thomas denied by Frederick on a dump-out attempt. The Blues will get it out to center. Tarasenko. Maybe Pasternak. Maybe. Holla can fly. Here's Carlo. He'll cross the line. Frederick. Carlo up in the rush. Frederick's shot went wide. It went deflected off into the sideboards. Bortuzzo and Smith in a foot race. Thinking Hall. Hall too is another one, but I was thinking Holla. Holla can fly. So can Lazar. Speaking of Hall, he has it back to forward at the line. Plays it in deep. Here's Holla. For Lazar in front, couldn't find him. And Joshua plays it out. Clifton to go back and get it. Here is Eric Hall in the neutral zone. Chips it in deep past Krug. Hall will be on the puck. He'll play it around for Lazar. Around for Taylor Hall, right corner. Trying to play it back to Clifton. He'll just slap pass it in deep, but Krug's got it. Holla knocks down the dump-out attempt. Holla back to Forbert. Forbert shot. Score! Taylor Hall tipped it. 2-1 Bruins. Taylor Hall. Two-1 Bees here in the second period. That was a good shot by Forbert. Wow, that was a hell of a shot. Two-1 here in the second. Good shot by Forbert. Hall tipped it. His 17th. Hall's had himself a good year. Yeah, Hall getting the goal there. It'll be 2-1 Boston here in the second period. That was a fantastic shot by Derek Forbert. I'll give him credit where credit's due. That was a hell of a shot. Snuck that right by Husso. And Hall with a good tip. So goal number 17 for him. And it's 2-1. McAvoy moves it along for Nosek. Trying to get it out. Barbashev keeps it in. Here's Shen in front. Nosek deflects it out to the line. Falk's drive blocked by Nosek, who got a skate on it. They got him and Lazar for a second pick in Bjork. Absolute fleece, dude. Lazar's been nice in the fourth line. He's in the second line right wing tonight. And Hall's been fantastic all year, so it's been good. I want to see him scoring more, but 17 goals is something not to complain about too much. Nosek trying to hit Marchand, breaking in, could not, but DeBrusk will get in the zone. DeBrusk has Marchand in front, Falk and DeBrusk tied up. Shen gets it for Kyrou. Chop back to Shen thanks to Bergeron. Barbashev tied up there by Marchand. Bergeron and Letty get tied up. Bergeron trying to play it around for DeBrusk. He cannot. Marchand works it free. Yeah. Hall and Lazar for a second pick in Anders Bjork. Talk about a major fleece, dude. That is the definition of a hell of a trade. Marchand moves it up for DeBrusk. It'll be one-on-one with Parayko. DeBrusk will try to streak him backdoor. DeBrusk, what a chance saved by Husso. If Krejci was in center. If Krejci was still here, Hall, Krejci, Pasternak, dude, holy moly. That is a dream line. Bruins get a turnover. Bruins have it 2-on-1. Frederick with Smith. Frederick for Smith. Tip. Smith, what a save. Husso on Craig Smith in front of the net. Bruins forcing turnovers instead of taking turnovers. Wow. Forcing turnovers instead of having their own. Talk about a shocker. Riley for McAvoy. Smith will just dump it in deep. I have a feeling Hall could have a really good playoffs. Coyle has it. Tied up there by Saad. Works free from him. Coyle turns around and fires at a shot. Save. Frederick in front. Jamming at it. Frederick, what a save by Husso. He has no idea where the puck is. Parayko gets it out. And he'll shoot it all the way back down. Swayman leaves it for McAvoy. They'll stretch up the ice again. Here's Lazar. Here's a chance. Hall up. Backhand save. Rebound. Trying to throw it in hand. Trying to throw it on the net. Could not. It could easily be 3-4-1 right now with these chances. Lazar around the boards for Hall. Hall shot. Oh, Husso misplayed that one. That almost hit off. That almost banked in. Husso committed to the far side. It almost banked in on the short side. Forbert plays it to Hall. Bruins are buzzing on all cylinders right now. Here's Hall in the neutral zone. Blues are shivering in their timbers right now. Here's Forbert. Stretch pass for Halla, denied by Krug, but the Bruins get it back. Here's Forbert in their own end. Puck deflects off of Nick Foligno in the offensive zone. Bruins are going to change. Husso for Krug. Thomas for Buchnevich, taken away there by Clifton. For McLaughlin, gets it in deep, gets around him, man. Here's McLaughlin, 3-on-2. McLaughlin to the net. Glove save, Husso. And the Bruins are buzzing, dude. I think they've almost doubled their shots. It's 25-13 in favor of the Bruins on shots on net. Yeah. The Bruins are playing much, much better. I think... Who do you think shoots the hardest? Well, if you would ask me that question 5 or 6 years ago, I would have said Chara. Now? Hardest slap shot in the NHL? Oh, God. That's a really good question here. God, who has a really hard slap shot? I mean, for a while it was Shea Weber, right? Shea Weber had a hard slap shot. Burns? Brent Burns has a really good slap shot. I've seen it twice. I've seen it a few times. I've called a couple of Sharks games this year. Both the games against the Bruins, and I saw a Sharks Wild game that was in the middle of December. And, yeah, he could shoot the puck a lot, really well. Let me think here. Ristolainen has a good slap shot. Who won the hardest slap shot this year? Who won that? 2022 hardest. Ovechkin, yeah. Pasternak got even thrown in that conversation. Oh, Victor Hedman. Duh. Yeah, Hedman. For Tampa? Yeah, he has a wicked slap shot. 103. 103.2 on the radar gun. Carlson? Maybe. I remember him having a good slap shot last year in the playoffs against the Bruins, so maybe. Making it hard for Rass to make a couple of saves there, but he did. But, yeah. I remember him having a good slap shot. Nosek will take the draw against Shen to the right of Husso. Face-off is tied up. Bruins have it. Nosek trying to jam it to McLaughlin. Bertuzzo falls over. Barbashev for Thomas. Gets it in deep. Clifton plays it around the boards. Foligno tied up by Barbashev. Foligno advances the puck, but it comes to Shen. Shen back to Leddy. Here is Bertuzzo. Barbashev for Kyrou. Kyrou for Leddy. Lost it to Clifton. Moves it along. Kept alive by Barbashev at the line. Played in deep here. Shen down low in the left corner. Clifton ties him up. McLaughlin will try to play it out. Here's Foligno. I bet you what the Blues head coach did during the commercial break was just calm his boys down. The Blues looked a little rattled from that goal, and I think the Blues defensively were shaky for that 2 or 3 minute stretch there. I think the Bruins are just really pressuring, putting their foot on the gas pedal the entire time, and the Bruins are just getting chance after chance there against Husso. Puck is dumped in deep. Perron and Grzelcyk tied up for the puck in the far corner. Bergeron in there as well. Puck jammed along for Marchand. He got tied up. Parayko steps up to keep it alive, but Bergeron gets it. Moves it along for Carlo. He'll move it up. Yeah, that's I bet you what Craig Berube said. Marchand trying to play it in deep instead. Carlo couldn't play it. Gets a beats Saad in the foot in a puck battle though. Marchand gets it in deep. Shot Hedman. Yeah, Hedman won the hardest shot competition back at the All-Star game in Vegas. Parayko plays it around for Saad. Here's O'Reilly. Here's Perron. He lost the puck. Carlo moves it up for Smith off the rush. He'll try to cross the line, and the play is offside. Oh, you don't miss Nick Rich. Oh, same. Nick Ritchie. I couldn't care less about that guy. I will say, Nick Ritchie though, he scored a hellacious goal against the oh god, who were they playing? The Senators the other night. He scored a hell of a goal. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is.
1-1. Over the line, Smith drops it, shoots, score!
Carolina Hurricanes.
Coyotes are up.
What channel is this on? It's on ESPN Plus and on Hulu, so most of us probably can't watch the game. So I got a live play-by-play for you instead. It's unfortunate you can't watch the game, but I have it, so I'm watching it, and I'll tell you the story, Chase. Yeah, but that was Nick Ritchie shooting that puck. Good shot for him. As much as I don't like how much is Kessel's contract, it's a lot, and he'll be a UFA. He'll be a free agent. Oh, that hurt. Did you hear that neck? Did you hear that crack on my neck? Oh, that felt good. I need to go see a chiropractor still. Oh, next week I'm off school. Ha! I'm on break next week. So, expect some actual videos, not just like some shorts or streams, like some actual videos. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do some reaction videos. Because those are easy to do. You're on break now? Nice, dude. I'm on break next week. Last week of the regular season, I'm on break. And then it'll be playoff time. Playoff predictions. Oh, you want me to do a playoff predictions video? Yeah, sure, we can do that. I can absolutely do that. I'll talk to Parker from On the Fly about that. I'll talk to him about that. See if he wants to do that with me. Hell, I'll even talk to Off the Wall. I'll talk to John even. I'll see what he wants to see what he says about it. McAvoy for Frederick, trying to move it along. Here's Coyle, beating Buchnevich. Coyle gets around. Coyle falls over. Coyle on his side. Got knocked down, throws it in front. Frederick, what a save, Husso. What an effort by Charlie Coyle. He played that in front of the net while laying down. He threw it in on net. He threw it in front. Frederick with a point-blank opportunity, just a good save. I'm going, if anyone is Greek, happy Greek Easter. Oh, okay. Nice. I mean, yeah, happy Greek Easter. It was Easter for me over the weekend, so. Riley's shot just missed the net. Here's Coyle has it. Bruins having the offensive zone. Coyle trying to play it to Frederick. Got knocked down. Tarasenko. Coyle takes it away. Kept alive. Here's Riley's shot. Good save, Husso, on the slap shot by Mike Riley. I like Riley being aggressive on the offense. I don't like his penalties that he's taking. He's taking too many high sticking penalties, but he's been firing shots on the net. Don't mind that at all. Stuck in their zone. And if you're the Bruins, keep them trapped. Make the Blues work to get that puck out of the zone. Hall, it'll be Haula, Hall, Lazar. Lazard's going to take this draw here, I think. He'll take the draw against Shen. I think it's Forbort and Carlo right now. Face-off won by the Blues. Falk will try to move it out. Hall gloves it down to keep it alive. Here's Hall. Hall one-timer missed the net. Kyrou trying to play it out. Riley keeps it in, and it'll come in on Husso. He'll have to smother it, and another offensive zone draw for the Bees here. Good job by Riley, just getting the puck in on Husso, just trying to get a draw here. You know? Shots the second period. Shots are 17-6 Boston this second period. An absolute dominant second period for the Bees here. Probably the best they've looked in about 2 weeks. Since Pasternak and Lindholm went down. So that's good. Haula will take the draw against Shen to the right of Husso. Haula wins it back. Riley for Clifton. Poked out of the zone. Here's Jordan Kyrou. Sorry, that's McAvoy, sorry. Here's Kyrou. Lost his footing due to the net. McAvoy for Haula. Riley has to kick it up to Hall. Riley doesn't have a stick. Hall, cross corner flipping. Haula plays it around for Hall. Has Lazar on the slot. Instead has to play it around the boards again. Shen and Haula go into the corner. Shen plays it to Scandella for Parayko. Forbort stepping up to keep the play alive. Puck is tied up there. Parayko moves it along. Shen for Scandella. Make sure if you have not yet, check out the poll in the live chat. Make sure your voices are heard. Let me know who you think is going to win, Bruins or Blues. And also make sure to join the conversation in the chat as well on your thoughts on tonight's game as well. Clifton McLaughlin for Nosek. Bruins have the across the line. Here's Nosek, poke check by a couple of Blues. Comes in on Husso, and the Bruins have another offensive zone face-off here. We have our first final. Rangers have shut out the Jets 3-0 from Madison Square Garden. Leafs are on the verge of beating the Flyers. Lightning down 1 with under 2 minutes to go in the game in that one. 4-3 Detroit. Minnesota leads Montreal 2-0 in the third. That could be a big thank you from the Red Wings if they were to win in regulation, because the Bruins would only be back of them by 1 point. Nosek wins the draw. Forbort's shot went wide of the net on the one-timer. Joshua moves it up, but Forbort takes it away, and Forbort dumps it back in deep. Husso has to play it for Krug. Joshua trying to get it out, and he'll get it out to center. Clifton gets it back, puck played past him. Here's Logan Brown. In front of the net, blocked down by Forbort, who got down on his knee to block that pass from going anywhere. Joshua knocked down by Forbort. He is not happy about it, but it's going to be a penalty coming up on Forbort. Joshua goes down, and the Blues will go to the power play for the third time. With 3 minutes to go in period 2, the Blues will go to the power play with a chance to tie it. Weak. Let's see here. It looked like he was already falling before he got tripped. So it's forward for tripping at 17 minutes. It looks like he was already falling before the trip even happened. But I'm not even being biased when I say that either. I'm just saying that based in general. Like, yeah, it looked like he was already falling, but okay. And the Bruins win the draw, and Carlo shoots it down the length of the rink. Here is Falk behind his own net. He will move it up ice for Buchnevich. He will drop it for Thomas. Crossing the line, Buchnevich trying to play it to the middle. Taken away there by Marchand, and Carlo shoots it down again. Down the length of the rink. It's a slow roller, so it'll waste more time in the penalty. Here's Justin Falk. Falk will drop it for Thomas again. Buchnevich across the line. For Thomas, tied up there by McAvoy. Puck goes around the boards. Tarasenko gets it. Kyrou knocked off the puck by McAvoy, and the puck's forced out. And McAvoy might have a chance at a break here. McAvoy will be the first of the puck. McAvoy around the boards, getting possession here. McAvoy keeping possession for the Bees. Trying to kill as much time as he can. Good job by McAvoy. He's tripped up. No call. Tarasenko for Kyrou. For Tarasenko, Buchnevich lost his stick. Back to Kyrou. Here's Perron. Krug's shot missed wide of the net. Coyle and Saad go into the corner. Coyle plays it to the middle. Perron gets it back for Krug. Diving effort by Nosek, couldn't get it out. Saad for Schenn, sorry. Krug. Perron left circle. Back to Krug. Here is Schenn. Perron left side shot. Blocker aside by Swayman. Here's O'Reilly now. Trying to get it back to Perron. He does. Here's Krug center point. Schenn far circle. Perron. Krug center point. Krug shot deflection in on Swayman. Makes a save. Puck is forced out. Husso. Puck goes through Krug. Here's Perron. Quick re-entry. Perron drops it for Schenn. Schenn guided off the puck by Haula. And Haula will get it out. And a strong penalty kill for the Bees there as they kill it off with under a minute to go in period 2. Husso plays it around for Krug. Moves it up for Schenn. Plays it in deep past the Bruins defense. Riley and Brown go into the corner. Joshua and Carlo get tied up, but Smith has it. Craig Smith will move it out to center, trying to play it to the middle. Halla's got it. He'll just play it in the zone. Instead, the puck goes up into the penalty benches, up and out of play. Safe to say Tampa won't repeat as Stanley Cup champions. I don't think they will, but I've seen weirder things happen. Lightning lead the Red Wings are still up 4-3 with under a half a minute left in regulation. Hi, everyone. What's up, people? First, Yukon. What's up, man? We have a couple of finals. Leafs lead the Flyers 5-2. And the Wild beat the Canadiens 2-0. And the Rangers just beat the Jets 3-0. Vasilevsky's hot when they have a good chance. Oh, absolutely. If Vasilevsky is at what is at like the level he can be at, then they'll have a chance. Hall, poke check there by Parayko. seem to be getting better. Which is, Joshua, it's a good thing the Bruins are getting better, right? A strong second period from the Bees is unheard of in recent years. So the fact they're having a strong second period is huge. Puck is tied up there on the boards closest to the camera. And I think they're going to try to tie up this puck for the second period here, for the end of the second. Puck comes free. Tarasenko has it back to the point. Shovels it back in on net. Score! Thomas tipped it. We're tied. Oops. Bad tip. Unlucky deflection. Not letting me watch the game. That's because it's on ESPN Plus and on Hulu. And that will do it for period 2. 2-2 through 2. The Bruins can't keep the lead going into the room. A last-second deflection goal for Robert Thomas off of a really unlucky bounce. That is just an good tip by Thomas. Swayman could have never expected that. The Bruins had a fantastic second period and it pretty much got ruined. Channel's it on? It's not on any channel. It's on ESPN Plus and on Hulu. Cooper. So, unfortunately, it's not on cable. That is just a very unlucky deflection more than anything. I can't fault anybody for that. A good shot by Tarasenko from the blue line, a better deflection by Thomas. You can't really do much about that. Sure, the defense could have been better there, but man. This game's on Hulu. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, I hate today so far. It was only 2.5 hours left and then it'll be tomorrow, so it's okay. Oh, God. Blue Jays and Red Sox still tied at 1 in the top of the 7th inning. Interesting game they got going on here. Who's pitching for the Sox? Eovaldi? Okay. Stram and then Robles. All right. Not good. 6 of your guys are over. First home baseball game got postponed. Oh, was it rainy? I don't know. I didn't forget. I could have watched the whole game. Yeah, fair enough. That's if you have Hulu or ESPN Plus. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that the field was wet. So you couldn't play. Wait. The field was wet? Oh, that's crap. I remember playing in mud t-balls as a kid. I used to play t-ball and farm ball, and it used to be used to play in the mud sometimes. When it was raining, they didn't play, but it was like kind of like just like damp out there. We still played. That's crappy. Good news about Johnny Beecher for the Bees. You might want to hear about this. He has arrived in Providence, and in his first game, he scored 2. Including the overtime winner. This guy is out of his mind. He scored 2, including the overtime winner in a big win against Lehigh Valley. Same with Merkulov, who scored another point and his first pro goal. What? Dude. Bruins prospects are going nuts.
Now looking out front, and they score again! Oh my goodness! Georgi Merkulov! Weird bounce off the boards, comes to Brazo, and a shot, they score! Johnny Beecher, first pro goal, and the Bruins. Weird bounce off the boards, comes to Brazo, to Johnny Beecher.
There's the overtime winner.
Has Lauko out there as well. Beecher on the left side, trying to use his speed. Beecher, a shot, he scores! Are you kidding me? Johnny Beecher, the overtime winner! To Johnny Beecher.
Yeah, and I know his dad's gonna be the guy who's the announcer for Providence Bruins. His dad's gonna be my professor at college. So for sports broadcasting. Are you gonna watch Vancouver Canucks? No, I will not be. No. Who are they playing tonight anyway? Ottawa? Yeah, no. I wasn't going to stream it, but I was wondering who they were going to play anyway. What a weird shovel in the net for Tarasenko. Just a good tip by Tom as well. Yeah. All right, let's play Hurdle. That is one of our It is one of our new favorite games we like to play during intermissions. During the second intermission, we play a game called Hurdle. Here's how it works if you've never played before. You have to guess the correct NHL player in 8 guesses. Each guess will tell you how close you are to finding a mystery player. Green boxes means it's a match. Yellow is close and gray is not a match. If a team cell is yellow, that means the mystery player used to play for that team. For age and jersey number, there will be an arrow showing you if the number is higher or lower than your guessed players. Only active NHL players are in possible matches. So, I asked the question, the first player that comes to your head that's currently active in the league, please put it in the chat so we can play a game. We also play this because it's a good time waster. And this game makes you think. It's a good game to play. Makes you think. So give me a random NHL player that's currently active in the league. Let's see the silhouette. Okay. Random Tage Thompson. Oh, okay. Well, it's an Atlantic Division player that's not a right winger. He is 23 years old, from what I'm saying here. And his jersey number is lower than 72, and he is not American. So, we're on the right track, right division to start. It's a good start there, Bruin. Give me an Atlantic Division player whose jersey number is lower than 72 and you think is on the younger side. 24 or lower. Bucci Girls. It sounds like a very inappropriate name. Any of you guys can help me out as well? And the Red Wings have beaten Tampa 4-3. So the Bruins can get within 1 point with a win tonight. Boston, Cameron Hughes. Jake, I haven't seen enough of him to say otherwise. I don't know. I haven't seen much of him in the NHL, and if I have, I haven't seen a lot like progression from him. I want to see him more. I want to see better stuff in the off. I want to see some better stuff from him, honestly. So give me another Atlantic Division player who is not a right winger, chat. So pretty much anybody. Hell, give me the first Bruin that comes to your head. I don't care. Oh, God. That's not a right winger. Is Rafferty still... Rafferty? Who's Rafferty? Am I tripping? Rafferty? Am I forgetting somebody? I don't know who that is. Brogan Rafferty? Who the hell is this guy? Currently in the Anaheim Ducks organization. Huh. Okay. Played college hockey at Quinnipiac. Signed with the Canucks. 1 year entry level contract. Playing his first NHL game against the Nashville Predators. 1 shot on goal in 12 minutes. Canucks taxi squad. Okay. Member of the National Honor Society at Quinnipiac. Oh. Alright, anyway. Alright, you guys aren't helping me here. I'm just gonna put a Bruin and see what happens. Okay. Alright. Atlantic Division left winger who is Canadian. Give me an Atlantic Division left winger who's on the younger side. Chat, help me out. Who's here? Nope, it's not Chara. It's not a Sabre, and it's not a Bruin either. It's a left winger, so I'm thinking it's either anybody from Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa. Who else in the Atlantic Division? Detroit, Florida, Tampa. Nope, wrong division. Rangers are in the Metro. They're in the other division. Kucherov, is he a... Nope, alright. Oh, he's considered a right winger? Okay. Luke Robitaille. Nope, it's active, sorry. Sorry, Mike, it's active. And it's in the Atlantic Division. It's not even it's in the Eastern Conference. Is Gallagher left winger? I think he's is he a center? He's a right winger, okay. Alright, so it's not anybody from Buffalo, Boston, Tampa, or Montreal. So give me somebody from either Toronto, Ottawa. What's up, Scott? Toronto, Ottawa. Who else in the Detroit and Florida? Oh, Huberto? Not Florida. So it's Detroit, Toronto, or Ottawa. Who's Canadian? Tavares is a center. It's not Tavares. Bunting? No. He's not Canadian either. I don't think. So, we're pretty much playing the process of elimination at this point. It's not Buffalo. It's not Boston, not Tampa, not Montreal, not Florida. So give me a left winger from either Toronto, Ottawa, or Detroit. It's Austin Matthews. No, he's a center. Let me see if it's Matthews. Hold on. Okay, no. He's 23, by the way. And it's not from Toronto. So it's either Montreal or... Sorry, it's either Ottawa or Detroit. Oh, God. Oh, Brady Tkachuk. All right, he's from Ottawa. It's not Tkachuk. Give me another left winger from the Ottawa Senators. He's 22. Ooh. Ottawa Senators left winger. Oh God, it's not Tkachuk. Tim Stützle? No, he's Canadian. He has to be Canadian. Stützle's not Canadian. He's from Deutschland. Formanton? I think he's 22. He's from Barrie, Ontario. There you go. Oh. Aw. Parker Kelly. I would have never gotten that. First time we got one wrong. That sucks. He's from Camrose, Alberta. Born in May of 99. Parker Kelly. Haven't heard of him. Some nobody. I could guess all day and not get that one. Oh my God. Oh, that is great. Oh my God. Chats, you guys are like, nope, I don't know this guy. Who is this guy? Oh no. All the signs led to it being Formenton because I knew he was Canadian. He was 22, I knew that. And he's plays for Ottawa, and he's a left winger. Oh. We had everything right except the jersey number. Ugh. I'm the poor guy. We don't know who he is. He's number 45 for Ottawa, apparently. I don't know who that is. Oh, God. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Parker Kelly? Who the hell's that guy? Poor guy. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get started with the third period here in just a minute or two. Oh. That's funny. Also unfortunate. Islanders lead the Panther. The Islanders are beating Florida. Islanders are beating Florida 2-1 in the third period. You want proof? Here's proof. See that, right? Yeah. Today's weird. Today is weird. Preds lead the Predators are beating the Flames. Okay, what the hell is going on? All right. Leafs beat the Flyers. Okay, fine. Wild beat the Canadians. That's fine. Red Wings beating the Lightning in regulation? Hello? Is it a full moon or something? What the hell's going on? When's the full moon? When's the next full moon? Do we have a full moon? We had a full moon on Saturday. All right. Huh. Showing the Blues in face-offs. So let's take a look at the stats through two. So the Bruins outshot St. Louis, have outshot them 28-17 through two. The Bruins, yeah, Edited's right. We are destroying the Blues in face-offs. The Bruins have won 62.5% of draws. Woohoo! Awesome. Yeah, that's right. And the Rangers beat the Jets 3-0. Hits are pretty much even, 15-14 St. Louis. The Bruins are out blocking at 10 blocks compared to St. Louis 8. The Bruins have less giveaways at 3 compared to St. Louis's 8. And the Bruins have more takeaways at 11 compared to St. Louis's 5. The Bruins outshot the Blues 17-9 through 2. Dominic Moore? That's a name. Wow. Not in the final minute. Well, again, I'm not going to knock Swayman for this one because that was a fantastic deflection by Robert Thomas. So, Blue Jays are losing. Oh, that's good. Good for me. I'm a Red Sox fan. 2-1 in the 8th inning. Nice. Wong. Connor Wong, his first RBI in the league. What's up, DAV? Just goes to show at the end of the day you can still dominate a game and still not be winning because of 1 or 2 careless mistakes. Yeah, you're right. Bruins and Blues here. Third period's underway. Bruins shooting right to left in the home black jerseys in the road jerseys tonight. And the Blues are in the Winter Classic white jerseys tonight. It's the home team. They're shooting left to right. Riley plays it to McAvoy. Here is Craig Smith. Bruins will move it out. Saucer pass off the ice for Frederick. Frederick walks in. Frederick guided off the puck by Bortuzzo. He hit hard on the boards. Frederick works it free around Barbashev. Here's Smith. Back to McAvoy. His shot blocked in traffic. Puck comes in front. Guided aside by Bortuzzo, who wiped out. Coyle in front. Smith trying to work it free. Taken away there by Shen. He'll move it up for Kyrou. Kyrou across the line. Barbashev got beat by Riley there. And McAvoy recovers. For Craig Smith. Across the line, Smith shot. Good save by Husso on Smith. And O'Reilly plays it out. Here's Grzelcyk now for Bergeron. For Carlo for Grzelcyk. Back to Carlo. Trying to chip it to Bergeron. Got knocked down by Saad. O'Reilly will just dump it in deep. Game 9 of the series. It will be Game 10, actually. Bruins have the puck. Bergeron saucer pass up for Marchand. Marchand walking in. Marchand on the goal. Got it off the puck. Puck comes in front for Bergeron. Save Husso on Bergeron's opportunity. Boy, we all know for a fact that Toronto's going to be first round exits. I don't know. I mean, that would be funny if it was. But we'll see. It depends on who they play in the first round. If they play anybody in their own division, then yes. Florida, Tampa, or Boston, they're going to be screwed. Bergeron will take the draw against O'Reilly to the left of Husso. O'Reilly wins it. Falk plays it around the boards. Perron and Carlo in a foot race. Carlo beats him to the puck. Leaves it for Grzelcyk. Moves it along. DeBrusk will try to move it along for Bergeron. Instead got tied up at the blue line. Puck forced out. Bergeron and Saad in a foot race. Bergeron knocked down. Saad plays it back to Falk. Falk dumps it in deep. Sharks are for sure not going to be in the playoffs. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're eliminated, I think. Oh, here's Thomas back to Falk. Buchnevich trying to play it to Thomas. The puck comes back down to Husso. Husso plays it around the boards for Falk. Management sucks. Well, they just fired their GM after 19 years, Doug Wilson. So, yeah. Swayman leaves it for McAvoy. Got the pass around the boards, got knocked down. Puck comes in front. Buchnevich now back to the line. Scandella for Parayko, a drive, missed wide. Holla trying to play it out. Scandella keeps it in. Here's Buchnevich. Riley takes it away. Moves it around for Lazar. Lazar got dumped by Scandella there. Tarasenko and Hall tied up. Hall chips it along. Forbert trying to throw it in front for Holla. Could not, but Lazar gloves it down as the puck came out. Or that's McLaughlin, excuse me. Clifton deflects it off Holla in the zone. The Bruins can finish a change. Wonder what that Shamrock sticker for on Bergeron helmet is for. I don't know. Forbert, maybe because it's Boston, like Irish Boston, you know what I mean? Husso plays it around for Krug. Walker for Brown across the line. Brown spins off Clifton. Saucer pass for Brown, for Walker, sorry. He'll play it around the boards. Clifton beats Joshua to the puck. But here is Logan Brown. Back to Krug. Krug shot, deflection, wide of the net. Foligno will move it out. Foligno across the line. Foligno cutting to the goal. Foligno for Nosek in front. Puck tied up. Krug takes it away. Make sure to get your votes in the live poll in the chat while you can. Now I'm closing the poll with under 5 minutes left in regulation. Frederick with a big hit on Krug as Grzelcyk dumps it in deep. Krug punching Frederick afterwards. Krug is known for having a temper. Coyle for Grzelcyk. Moves it for Coyle. Got knocked off the puck by Barbashev. Barbashev dumps it in deep. Here's Shen. Frederick works it free for Carlo. Trying to move it up for Coyle instead. Puck bouncing to Thomas. Coyle gets it out. Plays it to Smith. For Frederick, lost the puck to Shen. Shen will cross the line for the Blues. Coyle takes it away from Barbashev there. Coyle kind of shoveled along for Frederick, kept alive by Falk. Falk tied up there by Riley behind the Bruins net. Playing the Oilers in the playoffs, I think. Season were to end today, yes. Letty, cross-ice pass went nowhere as Falk wasn't ready for that pass, and Riley will move it up. Here's Coyle. For Riley, he'll flip it in the zone. Bruins go for a change. McAvoy's in on the forecheck. Perron and DeBrusk tied up. Perron moves it along. And I think they iced the puck. Nope, they did not. Must have been deflected. Swayman plays it past Forbert. Saad gets it. Puck knocked down by Bergeron. Puck forced out to center. Yeah, if the season were to end today, Calgary would play Nashville. Forbert plays it along for DeBrusk. He'll try to move it along for Bergeron. He does. He'll chip it out. Parayko and Marchand in a foot race for the puck. Parayko plays it around the boards. Here's Scandella. He'll flip it out to Grizzlick. Moves it along. Long stretch without a stoppage here. Parayko for Falk. Banks it up the ice. Backhanded in deep by Buchnevich. Hall works it free from Thomas. Clifton past Lazar. Shot is knocked down. We got ourselves finally a stoppage here. Let me just check. We'll take a look at the playoff picture during the next commercial break. Because Florida would play Washington, we'd play Carolina, Toronto would play Tampa, Rangers would play the Penguins. Yeah, Bruins would play Carolina. Coyle will take the draw against Thomas to the right of Swayman. Coyle wins the draw. Grizzlick for Frederick. Plays it past Falk in deep. Buchnevich has it for Thomas. Coyle trying to pick his pocket. Instead, Thomas just gets it in deep. Carlo and Thomas go to behind the boards. Carlo moves it along. Frederick will try to move it out. Knocked down by Falk. But Frederick gets it back for Carlo. For Smith, he'll just move it out to center. The puck goes up into the bench. They have a hit Hall in the mask, or in the face there. I think hopefully he's okay. And they go to commercial break. All right, so let's take a look at the playoff picture. If the season were to end today, all right, let's take a look at that, because that could be crucial. We are just under 2 weeks away until the end of the season. The season ends next Friday, y'all. Season were to end today, Florida would be playing Washington. Toronto would play Tampa. Carolina would play Boston. Rangers would play Pittsburgh. In the West, Calgary would play Nashville. Edmonton would play LA. Colorado would play Dallas. Those are always entertaining series. And the Minnesota would play St. Louis. So the East is set, pretty much. Who's going to be in it? We just don't know who's going to play who. Vegas has a 83% chance of missing the playoffs this year, according to NHL.com. 83%. And I roasted the hell out of Jack Eichel on my Instagram last night. It was so funny. Here's the clip. If you didn't see it on my Instagram story, I'll play it for you now.
Jack Eichel's trade to Vegas is starting to backfire majorly. Zeros across the board for Jack Eichel tonight in a must-win game against New Jersey. And they lost. Well, I'll cut him some slack, though. He hasn't had to play a lot of meaningful hockey in April before.
Did I lie? Did I lie? I don't think I lied. Hasn't had to play a whole lot of meaningful hockey in April before. I don't think I lied when I said that, did I? Bruins win the draw in their own zone. Frederick will move it up ice for Krug. So that's Riley, sorry, not Frederick. It looked like Frederick. We heard facts. Thank you. Appreciate it. Penalty on the Blues here. Barbashev goes off. Barbashev for tripping. The Bruins will go to the power play. The dreaded power play. Will they actually score? They're 0 for their last 26 on the power play. 0 for 1 tonight. The dreaded power play. Let's see how this goes. Matt Carrigan says, love the Bees against Carolina. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, huh? Only heard facts. I think Jack Eichel locker room cancer. I heard that. Bergeron wins the draw. Bruins have the puck in the offensive zone. McAvoy for DeBrusque. Back to McAvoy. Here's Marchand. Hall back to Marchand. Hall has the puck for Marchand. McAvoy center point. Here is DeBrusque for McAvoy. Here's Marchand. McAvoy doesn't shoot. Marchand a drive. Went wide of the net. DeBrusque has it. Plays it in deep. Pass Hall. Marchand's got it. Spins off of O'Reilly. McAvoy will keep it in. Here's Hall. Took a weird bounce. Hall in front. Knocked down. Here's DeBrusque for Bergeron. Tied up. Here's Hall. Back to McAvoy. Bruins keep it in. Marchand far side. Here's Marchand. Looking. Fans on the shot. Marchand. What are you doing, man? Marchand. Trying to play. And O'Reilly can't get out, but he finally does. Marchand. What? I don't even have the words. What the hell are you doing? He waited way too long and then fan on the shot. All that for nothing. Bergeron couldn't control the puck. Puck comes to Parayko. Puck is shot down again. Swayman leaves it for Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk now. He'll move it up ice. Trying to play it to Coyle. Instead, knocked off the puck off a bad bump. The puck comes down. Jeez. Edited, yeah. Here's Holla. Here's Smith. Chips it to Holla. Holla in the backhand missed wide. Grzelcyk plays it around the boards. Here's Coyle. Far side. Here's Riley for Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk shot deflection. Saved by Husso. Oh, God. This power play is so brutal to watch. They get one chance. They set up nicely in the zone. The puck comes out and then they can't set up again. It's like, what? You put Lindholm in the top unit. Had me by a lot. That's it's okay, Bruin. Holla will take the draw against Thomas. Holla wins it, but the Blues have it. Letty will get it out. That'll make it 0 for 27. Yep. 3, 2, 1. 0 for 2 from the power play tonight. 0 for 27 in general. Their past 7 games. Or 8 now. Smith for Holla in front. Couldn't get a shot away. And here comes Shen. They're going to explode. They have a 3-on-2. If they hurry, here's Shen across the line. McAvoy closes him off. Shen back to Krug with space. Here is Falk. Looking back door. What a tip. Swayman denied it. Might have got tipped by Clifton. Or McAvoy, sorry. Barbashev for Krug. Here's Shen. Barbashev. Krug again. Shen for Falk in the slot. Barbashev blocked by Forbert. Rebound. A chance for Shen. Shot over the net. Shen back to Krug. The Bruins are scrambling in their own zone. Get the puck out. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Get it out, boys. Shen backdoor for Barbashev. Can't play the puck. Here's Krug in front of the net. Swayman smothers it to stop play. Oh, my God. The Blues, a momentum shift with that penalty kill. Oh, my goodness.
They walk.
Okay. Sorry about that. That wasn't intentional, I promise. Just a volume warning. Oh, like an ear rape almost. Bruins win the draw in their own zone. Nosek wins it. Grzelcyk for Carlo. He'll move it up for Lazar. He'll get it out. It's Nosek, Foligno, Lazar. He'll score it a minute of 5-on-3. 2 minutes of 5-on-3. You kidding me? Grzelcyk beats Tarasenko to the puck. It'll be icing. Crowd doesn't like it. Wait, did Tarasenko just shove the ref? Did he just shove the ref? Or am I just tripping? Or did I just see Tarasenko shove the ref? That would be a penalty in my book. The Blues fans are chirping the ref, but it was icing. Sorry. Bergeron will take the draw against Thomas. Bergeron wins it. Grzelcyk shoots. Went wide. Puck and Husso will hang on to it. It bounced in on him. Mets had a doubleheader today. Who'd they play? Who was in their doubleheader today? The Giants? Mets won game 2. Who won game 1? Oh, the Mets won both of them. Wow. Yeah. Bergeron's kicked out of the draw again. What's his problem? Bergeron keeps getting kicked out of draws. I think that's the 5th time tonight. Marchand will take the draw against Thomas. Marchand wins it back. Carlo keeps it in. Plays it in deep. Parayko works the puck free from Bergeron. Parayko's exploding with speed. He'll cross the line, gets it a pass. Grzelcyk in deep. Parayko's down low. Bergeron moves it along. Puck kept alive at the line by Tarasenko. Right? That's Tarasenko? Yeah, I think so. Grzelcyk for DeBrusk and Coyle. And Bergeron will get it in deep. The Bruins will go get a change. They're scared of Bergeron. Right. That's the 5th time he's been kicked out of the face-off circle tonight. What is he doing that's so wrong now? Buchnevich flips it in deep. Shut up. What the hell that is? I don't want to be... Yeah, I'm sure I'm hungry, but you don't have to tell me that. A shot from Buchnevich missed the net. Foligno, I'll eat after stream. I'm gonna have some... I usually have ice cream after stream to soothe my throat. McLaughlin plays it out. Bortuzzo and Foligno in a foot race with the puck. Who was that? I don't know. I think my phone... I'm on Instagram. I think something popped up on Instagram. I don't know. I'm creeped out. Logan Brown will cross the line. Has Falk sneaking backdoor. Brown shot saves Swayman. And here is Riley. He will move it along. Here is Mark McLaughlin. He'll flip it in the zone. It's icing. Only 3 shots this entire 3rd period. They're all for the Bruins. There's 8:38 left in the game. Blue shirts are ugly. I don't like them either. But, I mean, they're okay. I'm not a major fan of them, but they're okay. Holla will take the draw against Thomas. Thomas has a 51% chance of winning the draw. And they're going to redo it. Thomas wins it. A shot got blocked on the way to the net. Uniforms that changes the Canes made. The black jerseys or the red and black striped ones. Those are bad. Hall will move it out. The Bruins get the puck out to center. I think Hall, he just played it into the zone. Krug has it now. All right, don't put your elbow near the off and on button because it'll play a random sound effect. Riley plays it to Lazar. Lazar plays it in deep. Here is Falk. He'll try to chip it out. Lazar gloves it down. Puck comes to Hall. Hall in the slot. Saved by Husso. Lazar for Hall. Plays it around the boards. Here's... the neon green. Glow in the dark. Eye-shattering jerseys. Yeah. Hall's shot again went wide. Carlo steps up to keep it alive. Here's Hall down low. Plays it around the boards. Grzelcyk will keep it alive. He'll step up on Tarasenko. Falk will flip it out. Just under 8 minutes left in regulation. If you're just joining us, make sure to get your live votes in the poll in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you think's going to win. It's tied 2-2 in the 3rd period here in St. Louis. Here's Thomas. Here's Kyrou. Gets around Clifton. Kyrou shot. Glove save, Swayman. That's a big one right there. That's a big save. Talk about a game-saving stop. 7:24 left in regulation. Barkov scores a hat trick as the Panthers survive to beat the Islanders 3-2 in overtime. LOL. Haha. They changed the pants and gloves from red to black and that ruins their uniforms. Oh. Damn. John's got 110 people in chat. Damn. Good for him, man. Panthers aren't going to be able to pull a 2-4 goal comebacks in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. Score update. Flames and Predators are tied at 2 in the third period in Nashville. Canucks lead the Senators 1-0 in the first. Kings and Ducks are scoreless. That game's over on ESPN. Leafs beat the Flyers 5-2. Wild beat the Canadians 2-0. Red Wings beat the Lightning 4-3. Rangers beat the Jets 3-0. Panthers beat the Islanders 3-2 in overtime. Blue Jackets and Sharks are just about 10 minutes from San Jose. The poll in the live chat says that 50 votes have been made. 64% say Boston's going to win. 36% say St. Louis is going to win. If you haven't voted, check it out. Tap Bruins or Blues on who you think's going to win tonight's game. Take a look at a sub count here for how many subs we're at. We are at 372 subscribers. We are 28 subscribers away from 400. That is crazy that there are 372 of you who have subscribed to the channel. Some of which have been subscribed for just over a year now. Edited. When did you discover my channel? I'm curious. I don't remember. Was it last season? Shen and Quill in a face-off circle. Shen won it. The Bruins force it out. But the Blues get it back in without offside. Oh, it's that weird rule. That's right. Quill will move it out. Here's Falk, though. Falk dumps it in deep. Because it wasn't this season, that's for sure. It was definitely last season. Because you were here opening night. I made you a mod in, like, November. Kairu for Shen. Taken away there by Coyle. For Frederick across the line. Plays it in deep past Letty. Here's Falk. Chops it along for Kairu. Dumps it in deep. 6:40 to go third period. 2-2 is your score. Riley plays it around for McAvoy. Tied up by Barbashev. McAvoy works it free from Shen. Here's Riley now. Shots are 4-2 here in the third in favor of Boston. Here's Marchand. Marchand's shot went wide of the net. O'Reilly and DeBrusk are tied up. Puck comes to Scandella for Parayko. Long lead pass got knocked down by DeBrusk, and Bergeron will get it back in, but it went up into the Blues bench. Up and out of play. How'd the Red Sox game go? Who snapped me? Andrew's typing me something. Andrew's sending me something on Snapchat. He's at the Red Sox game tonight, Andrew, with a couple of his friends. And the Blues win the draw. Parayko dumps it in from his own zone, but it's icing now. And yet the Red Sox won. They beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Good to see the Sox doing well. 6-5, not terrible, not bad either. O'Reilly has a 64% chance of winning this draw, and it failed. Bergeron won it. McAvoy keeps it in across Riley. Shot went wide. Deflected off DeBrusk. Here's Marchand for Bergeron back to McAvoy. Can't keep it in. 2-on-1 for the Blues if they hurry. Here's Saad. McAvoy gets back. What a chance for Saad. Saves Swayman. McAvoy got back to tie up Saad there. Here's Perron. Riley ties him up anyway. Bergeron moves it along for DeBrusk. DeBrusk going to turn on the Jets. Going to try to get around Scandella and Parayko. DeBrusk for Marchand in front. Couldn't get a tip on it. It was a shot by Nosek and got deflected wide. Marchand down. A good feed from DeBrusk. Here's Nosek. Goes to the slot. Instead deflects back to the far boards. Perron tied up by Nosek. Puck moved along. Buchnevich for Thomas. Dumps it in to get it together. Well, Marchand was getting interfered with on the way to the net, so Carlo can't get it out. Tarasenko keeps it in. Thomas tied up by Foligno. Next whistle, I'm closing the poll. Get your votes in now in the chat, in the poll, and let me know on who you think is going to win. We're in the final 5 now. Nosek takes down a man. Took down Bortuzzo. Puck came in front of the net, taken away there by Buchnevich, who gets a big hit by Foligno after he got rid of the puck. And the physicality of this game is picked up in the past 10 to 15 seconds. Krug moves it up, stretch pass, deflects off a stick in the offensive zone. Never mind, it was not. It's an icing called on the Blues here. And the poll is closed now. And I have numbers here. 63.8% say the Bees are going to win. 36.2% says St. Louis is going to win. Make sure to vote next time. Like the stream if you haven't yet. Subscribe. Hit the bell. We're in the final 5 here. Make sure to check out the description for my social media, Instagram and TikTok. Go follow me there. Bruins win it back. Lazar for Forbort for Clifton. Back to Forbort. Can't keep the puck in the zone, but Forbort will just whack it back in deep. Husso knocks it down for Krug. Chat rate 0. Let's pick it up. Krug for Logan Brown. Tied up there by Forbort. Back to Falk. A shot knocked down by a diving Clifton. A chance went just wide of the net. Clifton moves it along. Trying to get the puck out. Joshua keeps it in. Holla gloves it down. He'll move it up ice for Lazar. Couldn't find him. Lazar and Nick Leddy in a foot race. Lazar works it free. Got knocked down. And the Blues get it back. Here's Falk. Holla and Lazar just wiped out. I don't know what happened there. Lazar just literally fell over on his own accord, dude. Falk for Leddy. Did you guys see that? If you guys are watching the game, did you guys see that at all? Puck deflects in deep. Swayman has it behind his own net. Moves it along for Grzelcyk. For Frederick here with 3.5 left. Frederick gets it back on a pass to Smith. They got it back. Puck dumped in deep. Smith pass Coyle. Barbashev will step up on it. Frederick and Barbashev go down. They collide there. Kyrou for Parayko. Puck goes through him, and Grzelcyk has it. Grzelcyk dumps Barbashev. Coyle for Smith across the line. Smith trying to throw it to the middle, taken away there by Kyrou. Here come the Blues. Up and down the ice we go here in St. Louis. Kyrou has O'Reilly. Here's Kyrou. Right circle of space. Kyrou's shot deflected by Smith, who lost his stick in the process. Frederick will try to play it out. Kept alive at the line by Leddy. Puck comes in on Swayman. Clears it aside for Beyblade Lazar. Oh my god. Marchand now finds Bergeron. Bergeron will cross the blue line. Just gets it past Falk. DeBrusk in front for Marchand. Couldn't find him. Got deflected there. McAvoy plays it in deep. Here's Marchand behind the net. Marchand spinning off O'Reilly. Marchand trying to play it back to McAvoy. Instead went off O'Reilly. And now here's Perron. First regular season hat trick in 13 years. Jordan Stahl 9 days ago. Oh, okay. Stahl high stick. Hall regular season hat trick for Jordan Stahl. First time in 13-year career. Okay. Foligno across the line. Here's DeBrusk. DeBrusk shot went wide. Thomas has it. Still under 2 minutes left. Up and down the ice we go. Puck is tied up there in front of the Blues bench, and the Blues have it. Here's Scandella for Parayko. Minute 45 to go. Parayko for Buchnevich, tied up by Grzelcyk. Foligno works it free. Foligno plays it in the zone. Falk and McLaughlin go into the corner. Falk comes free with the puck. Nosek picks his pocket. Here's a shot by McAvoy. Save. Rebound cleared aside. And here come the Blues again. Buchnevich now. Crosses the line. Looking. Puck comes in on net. Swayman guides it aside. Into the corner. Falk trying to play it in deep. McAvoy takes it away. He'll shoot it out. No icing here. Crowd looking for an icing. It wouldn't have been icing. And we're in the final minute of regulation now. Krug plays it around the boards. Here is Hall now. Kyrou. Crowd's going to stand up in their final minute here. Grzelcyk played past Hall. Here is Barbashev. Back to Krug. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Here's Shen. For Kyrou now. Fires it on the net. Went wide. And here's Holla now. He'll flip it out to center. Can't. Kyrou keeps it in. Kyrou and Holla collide. The puck comes out. No icing. With half a minute left. Here's Parayko now. Brad Marchand cereal finally got in today. We got more, apparently. Here's Scandella for Perron. Puck deflects off his stick in the zone. Here's 15 seconds. O'Reilly has it behind the net. McAvoy tying him up. Bergeron will try to move it out for Marchand with under 10 seconds. Marchand plays it out. Parayko now has the puck. And we are going to overtime. The Blues will get another point. They'll extend their point streak. First, they'll get a point in 10 consecutive games. We are going to overtime here in St. Louis, and the Bruins do not deserve it the way they played in that third period. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? So, you got the Marshy cereal? Nice, dude. We are going to overtime. When does Pasta come back? Hopefully this weekend, according to Cassidy. He said Pasternak and Lindholm could be back on Saturday against the Rangers. Plastic noses in the boxes. Oh my God, that's funny. Even if they don't come back, at least the Bruins are in the playoffs. Right. And at least at the minimum, they got a point tonight, right? At the minimum, they got a point, which is good for the Bees anyway. So it'll be Tarasenko, Thomas, Falk for the Blues. I didn't catch who it is going to be for the Bruins. I did not catch that. DeBrusk. Is it Coyle, too? Coyle, DeBrusk. Is that McAvoy? Yep. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Thomas will take the draw against Coyle at center ice. Bruins shooting left to right. Blues shooting right to left. Bruins have the puck to start overtime. Coyle wins the draw. McAvoy now. It'll be 3-on-3 overtime. McAvoy drops it for DeBrusk. DeBrusk will explode with speed. DeBrusk walks in, slows down, will play the puck out to center. DeBrusk will have to play it back to Coyle now. He explodes with speed and then didn't go anywhere with it. DeBrusk left the puck behind. Swayman comes out to play it as he fell over for Coyle. DeBrusk for Coyle now. DeBrusk and fell over. Here's McAvoy for DeBrusk. Will cross the line. Here's Coyle. Coyle walks in. Couldn't get a pass to DeBrusk in front as Tarasenko took it away. DeBrusk has it for McAvoy. Shooting. Scores! Charlie McAvoy! The Bruins win! 3-2 in overtime. Charlie McAvoy wins it. Wow. Overtime winner. So, yeah, that was a good win for the Bees tonight. They needed that win. I'll tell you that right now. They needed that one. After all the crap they went through tonight, getting that win was huge. So when I got home, I took a nap and I woke up an hour ago, so I missed half the game. Hey, well, you didn't miss the good part when they won, so it's okay. Flames and Predators are going to overtime in Nashville. I don't care who wins. I don't like either team, so. Yeah. So, let's get into Bruins fan reacts, because tonight this was a very interesting game. Okay? Were they perfect tonight? No. Were they good? Yeah. Yeah, they were good. I mean, I can't complain about tonight's game. The power play was still bad. Nothing's changed. The power play's still bad, and the offense showed up. We'll see. We'll see how Pittsburgh goes on Thursday, but for right now, that feels pretty good. Getting a win against the Blues, splitting the season series, that's pretty good. Pretty good. So, yeah, the Bruins dominated tonight. They outshot them 35-22. They won 60% of draws. They, had more hits. They were even at blocks 13-13. They had way less giveaways. The Bruins only had 4 giveaways tonight. The Blues had 11. And the Bruins had more takeaways. They took the puck from the Blues more than they took it from us at 16 compared to 11. So, only 1 shot in overtime. It went in. It's usually how it goes anyway. Oh, God. Well, yeah, the Bruins didn't have a strong first period by any means. The second period, they made the Blues pay. And they played good that second period. That was probably the strongest I've seen the Bruins play in a period in almost 2 weeks. So that's a good sign. And they didn't have their top scorer, one of their top defenders, and your top goaltender. And you outshot them 17-9, 17-6, whatever it was. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. DeBrusk has 38 points. Hey, good for him, man. 23 goals. He got himself 15 assists. He's got himself a 2-point night tonight. That's why he's the third star of tonight's game. So it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, that's a big win. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on tonight's game? Let me know in the chat your thoughts on tonight's game before we wrap things up here. I will not be back at it till Thursday. Bruins and Penguins from Pittsburgh at 7 p.m. normal time, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday night. So definitely be here. On Thursday. So let me know your thoughts of the game tonight in the chat. Interesting, better than I expected. That's the best way you could put it. Better than I expected. Because that's exactly what I was thinking, right? At the end of the second period, go live tomorrow for the Red Sox? No. I'm good, man. I hope they win, but I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be my day off. After the playoff season ends, I'll get into baseball. If I do any baseball streams at all, I don't know. Because here's the thing, right? I built up a hockey fan base. I don't do like a hockey community. So if I do another sport, it's gonna be like a little weird. You know what I mean? Last year I didn't realize that. This year I am. 11-game win streak for Florida. Really? Wow. The Islanders almost broke that. That would have been funny. Of all teams, the Islanders want to come to any of my baseball games? No. I don't do that. I don't do that unless I know you personally. Like Andrew, I'd go to one of his games because I know him personally, and I've also been friends with him for years. So I'd go to one of his games, and I might. But anyway, Yeah. Good win for the Bees tonight. And just to give a big ol' screw you to the Blues, I'm going to play us out with some music tonight. And it's going to be some music that is just a big ha-ha. I missed puck drop on third. That's cool, man. Hopefully you stop by at some point. If you do, that's cool. It's going to be a big ha-ha. Bye, guys. If you like the stream, like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, down below in the description. Make sure to follow me on social. Follow me on social media. If you like the stream, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and if you didn't, shut up. Have a good rest of your night, y'all, and I'll see y'all Thursday. And I think we're gonna be singing some Glory tonight. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Have a good night.